Yo. What up, Betty? What
up,
up,
Betty?
Gray?
Gray.
Who this last person?
I don't know. But
Alan
good morning.
2342. Good morning. Just woke.
And they just woke up.
Hey, thanks for jumping in on your first on the wake up. Goodness. All right, do your shares and whatnot.
Do your shares
to get
share
the people
your,
going.
Share your dues.
To get the people going. Do we have a lot to talk about today?
We do.
My wedding watch.
Wedding watch. I think the wedding watch is officially over.
Yeah, this is the wedding watch is done.
The finale.
This is the
season
series finale.
Oh man.
I got my wedding watch, got my wedding ring. Thank you, Betty.
I guess I gotta get on YouTube so I can see the comments.
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit. And turn your volume down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, that Black Bones page looks dope.
Thank you, everybody.
Boom. Yeah.
Make sure I pull up Facebook too for Dion.
Say it again? Oh, yeah. Let me make sure I see
I
that.
know she about to have something to say.
What up, Dion? What up, Erica? Turn your sister on the Facebookity.
Oh, what's up, sis?
Oh God, yeah. So I gotta keep both chats open. That's fine.
Is it?
I mean, it's gonna have to happen. That's it gotta be fine.
So I'm gonna move Facebook over here. To my third monitor.
Comment from Kenna 430. The pictures were great. Good job, Tim, and congrats, Chrissy and SPJ. Thank you. Oh, we're gonna get into that. We're definitely gonna get into that. All right, so we're gonna do this a little bit differently.
Yes.
Because we have a grand unified experience from last week, which is obviously the title of the episode. So, what I think we should do is, Tim, I want you to give Fabo. The Honorable Best Man is back with the Heat. Baltimore Comic Con is today, so you know where to find me. Cocaine. So I feel like, Tim, you should. All right, I'm gonna give you the choice.
Okay.
All right. So when Chrissy and I talk about our experience, we're starting with the bullshit.
Oh no, that's cool.
So, do you want to tell your experience first, or do you want us to start?
So I'm gonna tell my experience first.
Okay.
And then y'all come in with the
yeah, we starting with the bullshit because
we coming in hard.
Yeah.
Y'all coming in hot.
Absolutely. Without question.
So I woke up early October 11th. Now, actually, that's a lie. I didn't really sleep. That's actually normal for me, though. That's pretty much on brand.
Right.
I don't sleep well, so I did go to bed at an earlier time than I usually do. But then I woke up, and I was just up. That's just up, doing stuff, messing with stuff, trying to find this, trying to find that. So finally, around that time, Shafril pops on around, and when he gets here, he doesn't have the camera with him. Now, I was under the impression that he would have it, right?
Mm.
So I'm like, he was like,
Got to update
nah.
that.
Right. He's like, oh no. Nah. I said, listen, I can go back here and get my camera. However, the plan was we was gonna use SBJ's camera because he wanted to, do the editing and all of that, and it's more convenient. Plus, look, I'm not afraid to say it. His camera's just better than mine now. There was a time, the evolution of the cameras, the camera game over here,
Facts.
right? We all started out
with
the same quality camera.
The same exact camera.
The exact cameras.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just me, it was me, it was SBJ, it was Keith, and it was Adequate. All had the same cameras. But over the course of time, they wildly diverged, right? Into these different brands and all this other stuff. So I said, yeah, I could go back and, get mine, but that's really not the plan. So I called James, to which this nigga didn't know exactly who had the camera. He just knew it was over.
Yeah.
Over
by that point.
Where the bridesmaids.
All right, so for that, what happened is once we figured out how you and Shafrel was gonna hook up, and I realized I had to take Chrissy to the Airbnb, I was like, I'm just going to take the camera with me when I drop Chrissy off. That way it's gonna be at the place that y'all are going first, and it won't be no issues. Well, night came for me to take Chrissy to the Airbnb. She's running around making sure she got everything she needs. She didn't.
I didn't.
I was like, all right, cool. That should be everything. We get in to the car. I drive it to the Airbnb. I get 90% home. And I'm like, oh shit, I didn't give her the camera. So I was like, all right, I'm going to go back out. Nope, that ain't happening. Then I was like, all right, well, Dion's daughter was a groomsman, and her ride I was going to get to take the camera to the Airbnb. But the time that Dion gave me, they weren't here by. And Mo had spent the night over here. So when he woke up, he was ready. He was like, yo, what time we starting? What we doing? I said, well, you're up now, so you'll be here when Kayla gets here to open the door. I'll go drop the camera off. So I didn't mention that to Chrissy. I did tell her that I forgot, and I'll be getting it over there. What up, Verm?
What up, Verm?
So I drove over there, and I called Chrissy. Chrissy doesn't answer. I get a call back. It's Gigi talking about, what are you doing? Why are you calling her? I'm like, yo.
So ass.
I'm like, yo.
Wait, let me
shut up and open the door.
My phone rung. I heard my phone ring. I went to go answer it. Jenna snatches the phone.
Got tackled.
I know that ain't that man. Not
Damn.
To talk today.
Damn, that man.
But he's probably dropping off the camera. Because again, I know him.
Right.
I figured that's what was happening. So Jenna's like, I'll call her back. And he's like, I'm outside.
I know. I said, shut up and open the door. She said, oh.
So, and I'm like, Dion's blocking the window because I can hear his voice. And I'm like, oh. Dion's like, no. Get away from this window.
So Gigi comes and gets the camera. I head back over here. All right, back to you two.
All right. So once I was informed where the camera was, like, okay, cool. So get in the ride with Shafril, and we get on the road down to Catonsville. Now, Catonsville is a place that I haven't been in a long time. But when I was a kid, we used to stay up there, getting in trouble. Because it wasn't the village.
Right.
It wasn't Emerson Village, you know what I'm saying? So we used to stay up there stealing bikes and shoplifting. And
Mm-hmm.
Just, good, clean, wholesome fun.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
Oh, okay.
Right. Right. So seeing it again after all this time, I was like, damn, boy, some things changed, some things didn't. We ride down the block where the house is. And I'm like, thinking this to myself, damn, this block looks familiar.
Mm.
So the whole time, me and Shafir, we talking, but I'm thinking about, damn, why is this block so fucking familiar? And then I realized why that block was so familiar.
Mm.
Because we got the shit chased out of us.
Oh my God.
We got the shit chased.
Your sister
Yo.
said she gonna tell your mother.
It was older brothers, B. It was older brothers. They got sick of these ruffians coming up in the neighborhood, starting shit every so often and shit.
Oh God.
And we was kids, like, we was young, like maybe 12.
Right.
These was big brothers.
Mm-hmm.
They obviously formed a coalition to protect that block.
I was getting in trouble at 50-something years old.
We're just saying, I just remembered that was the block.
Mm-hmm.
So we get over to the place, and it's buzzing with activity, as you can imagine. Chrissy is still getting together. We walk back there to the room where she's getting her makeup and stuff put on. So first of all, this was not a bad Airbnb.
No, it was.
It had a dope ass backyard with the little patio thing right there.
Mm-hmm.
And I start thinking, damn, there's a couple of ideas I could have taking pictures there, but we never really got around to doing the stuff that I first thought about. Because those steps, I was gonna put everybody kind of on the steps or whatever. But no, that didn't. And one of the reasons it didn't is because next door there's construction going on.
Mm-hmm.
They're over there in that yard building shit, hitting shit, and overall being in the way. Now you could have got them out the picture, I'm sure, or I could have like shot it in such an angle where they wouldn't have been in the picture. But no.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to do all that. So we went through our little thing. And I got introduced to everybody. Saw Dion in person for the first time. G in person for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
That was dope, right? That was dope. So there was a couple of. First of all, I had an issue again with the Flash, and I don't mean the DC.
No, clearly,
era.
No,
right? I'm talking about the Flash, right? I had a problem with the Flash again, because again, my Flash is not built quite like this. It doesn't have some of the same stuff on it. But eventually, me and Shafir figured it out. And once it's figured out, that was it.
Right.
That was it. We was off to the races. So we came up with a couple of things to do, a couple of pictures to take or whatever. I got to give Chrissy credit. Chrissy probably should have modeled. She probably should. The reason I say that is because I've taken pictures of other people before. They don't know what to do with themselves. They don't know what to do with their hands. They don't know what to do with their expression. They don't know. Nah, Chrissy was just like.
I credit James for that.
And look, I'm gonna say this too. Everybody there was very cooperative, and that means something, considering this is a somewhat stressful.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Like it's a lot of shit that could go wrong, and I'm sure everybody had a vision of the worst case scenario for them, right?
Sure.
But all of the ladies were very cooperative, very funny. It was. My experience has not been that all the time with subjects, right?
Nigga.
It's not been that. So it was dope. It was dope. So we did all the pictures that we were going to do there. And me and Shafir said to ourselves, look, we got to be at the venue. We got to leave at a certain time. So we be at the venue at a certain time. So we wrapped up there. And all the ladies were still there, of course, when we left. We didn't realize they were that close behind us, though, right?
Yeah.
Like we get to the venue, we see them first. Like we see them as they come in. Like, damn, they was They was not playing. They got their shit together and got the fuck up out of there.
Yeah, we had to get out of there.
I mean, quickly. So we get there. Where the hell is James? Where the hell are the groomsmen? They're not here. So I text James like, where's you at? Like that, right? So they went apparently to, and James will tell you more about this. They went apparently to go get some eats.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, when they came up in there, these niggas was wet. these niggas was already wet. Fabo comes in with a bag of shot bottles, talking about, listen, I'm the best man, and I'm on assignment right now. This is what I'm supposed to do. He said, whenever he do this, the shot need to be in his hand.
That is a fact. That is what I. So, all right. So, a little context on that. It started off as a joke. We were at the rehearsal and we were standing at where we would be during the ceremony. And I looked over to them and I was like, all right, listen, this is what we're going to do.
Right.
We're going to get a bunch of minis. And whenever I say, give me one, somebody need to give me one. If I say, give me two, somebody need to give me two. If I yell, give me five, somebody got to give me five. So somebody was like, how many minis is that? I said, each of you need to have 6. So Fed bought 42 minis.
He was not playing.
Yeah.
You already knew, joke or not.
I mean, listen.
Look, Fab was not playing. This man had a bag of those minis and chocolates.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know where he got the chocolates from until later on. I found, all right, I see. Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, got to say this too. These are experienced drinkers. You know how I know they are experienced drinkers?
Some of them.
Well,
some of them.
Yeah.
They know how to conduct themselves even when they're drunk. Don't get it twisted. They still being ass.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
They was lit.
They were still lit, but I've been around other drinkers before. And as a non-drinker, I observed the difference.
Mm-hmm.
Right? They was drunk, but they was still about business.
Fact.
Right? We took a few pictures. And overall, me and Shafro talked about the strategy we was going to do. We walked around the venue, and we had been there before, but that was earlier. Now we see how everything is actually set up.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to get my distance too, because as we go into the room where the ceremony was at, I'm like, all right. So now I see how the chairs are set up and all of this, and where people gonna stand at. And I told Shafro, I said, look, I'm gonna be in people's way. And it's just gonna be what it's gonna be.
Yeah, that is what it is.
It's just gonna be.
For real though, y'all were amazing because I didn't see y'all.
Wow. Well, that's because you were lost. You were lost in Mr. Davis's eyes.
I was like, how did you get all these pictures? I never see them.
I mean, listen, and here's the other thing about that. So I haven't really gone shooting in a long time. My creative stuff has moved me in other directions,
Mm-hmm.
and I tend to follow my muse, right? So I'm doing other shit now, right? And I haven't really at most I might do a little product photography for the missus, or maybe if I need to take some pictures of the physical comic books, using that's what I've been basically focused on, right? But let me tell y'all something about Multi-World Entertainment. Nigga, we got fundamentals.
Facts.
Listen, I am telling you that during the come up of me and James learning how to shoot and all of that stuff, the amount of tutorials we digested were ridiculous. We could be eating dinner and we got a tutorial sitting right there, and we would watch it for entertainment purposes, right? So the fundamentals are still strong. It's just that I haven't been doing it. I haven't. At most, the most usage my camera has gotten is doing what it's doing now. It's like doing what it's doing now, recording the podcast.
Right.
But that said, that there were things I was keen on making sure I got right. That ceremony that's it. Like,
Yeah.
I was gonna get, of course, everything else and try to give it my best, whatever. But that kiss,
Mm-hmm.
the ring stuff, like the coming down, all of that needed to be got. But
Facts.
then they threw a monkey wrench in the program.
Mm.
I ain't know nothing about no sand and sand in a bottle, like sand in an hourglass. These are the days of our lives. I didn't know
You
they was
did
doing
that. You got it.
instinct. I was like, okay, they're doing this. I need to get this shot.
Right.
I need to get this shot. But I didn't know they was doing that. That was some new stuff. Everything else, it was instinct. It was partially photography and videography are related in so many ways. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And a lot of that's what I was thinking too. Like, all right, this would make a great video right here. But I had to worry about video. That was Shafril's gig.
Correct.
And I had to worry about editing.
Right.
So I was just handling my business. Ceremony went off without a hitch. Nobody embarrassed themselves. I was laughing because Fabbo's up there behind James with this look like, that's right. That's right. Like, that's my nigga right there. That's my nigga right there.
Facts.
So like I said, all of that went without a hitch. And then after it was over, then I was confused, right? Because I was like, all right, where should I go at now?
Mm-hmm.
So I went into the other little room where the family gathered, took a bunch of pictures there. And then thankfully, let me say this, because this is absolutely, some people won't say stuff like this, but I got to say it. I know for a fact that SBJ mom did not want his stepdad out there shooting all those pictures.
Oh,
I'm
gonna
keep
get
it
to
real
that.
with you. I'll keep real with you. I'm glad he was. And I expected him to. Why? His son's getting married. Like, he's gonna get pictures. Like,
Mhm.
he's gonna get pictures. Period. Right? And listen, he even told me some things. By the way, this is my first wedding. I've never shot a wedding before.
Mm-hmm.
And I will never shoot another one. But listen, he even told me some things that was very helpful.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a problem with it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what was there times when it seemed like it was too many photographers out there? Yes.
Nigga.
Don't get to it.
Yes, it absolutely did. And the issue with that is getting in the right position to get a
Mhm.
shot, or you being in someone else's shot.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't necessarily want to be in the picture.
Right.
I wanted to take the pictures and stuff. Wifey, of course, showed up, came in there,
Mm-hmm.
greeted her, made sure she was okay, and she thoroughly enjoyed all of that. So there was a part after the ceremony, we was in the ballroom. There was a part where they had, they wanted all the people that was in relationships or whatever to get up and dance. Now, I told y'all before, dead men don't dance. However, my wife is here,
Facts.
and they just said they wanted
Uh-huh.
couples up on the. Nah, we getting up there.
Facts.
I was so happy y'all did.
Right.
So we got up there, and I'm slow dancing with her, and I'm whispering in her ear the whole time, because every time the DJ say something about if you only been together for, what do you say, a year, sit down. These niggas the Davises were the first one to sit the fuck down.
Absolutely.
they said
we was an hour fresh.
right. So they sat there. Then as he kept doing the years or whatever, right, people were sitting down. We still there. We still there. And that's why I kept whispering her. I said, nah, we ain't going to, we still, what? What? And so she laughing, right? And then they said, Then they said 30, 25, 30, something like that. We had to sit down because we haven't been quite. It's not quite 20. It's not quite 20. It's like maybe a year or so from being 20 or whatever, right? Then we sat down.
Mhm.
But I was like, damn, we were supposed to win. And right back, he's like, I know you're up here being competitive. Listen.
The winner was
No.
38.
The winner was 38 years, and the runner-up was 37 years.
Listen, 38 and 37. There are
Mhm.
couples. There were couples there that been together for 38 and 37 goddamn years.
Mm-hmm.
Unbelievable.
Amazing.
Yeah. And of course they
What up, Trav?
people asked them for advice to give the new couple advice. I thought the advice they gave was very good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Made
Come on,
complete
Travis,
sense.
also.
Also, just gotta say,
What up,
that
Cindy?
flash.
What is YouTube doing with
Hey.
chat names? They messed
I
up
don't know.
Jonathan's, so he had to change his. Cindy
Yo, that's
says
whack,
Cindy
yo.
5824. What is going on?
So Gray let me know in the chat that Chrissy's signal is coming in low. Is it coming in low for anybody else?
Oh, hold on. Let me turn her up.
I was loud before.
You was.
Yeah, the chat names are being stupid. But anyway.
What the hell, man?
Yeah.
Oh, but anyway, what was that? Oh yeah, the flash on that camera. There were periods in that ballroom where it was damn near pitch dark, with the exception of a couple of flashes of light.
Right.
A lot of those pictures y'all saw were taken in almost near darkness. Almost near darkness. At least the stuff in the ballroom. But that flash, man, like,
Yeah, that flash was nice.
oh my goodness. And to the point where not only did it look like the lights were on the whole time, but the focus and the resolution, all that was still like, that flash is crazy.
Word.
Now, SBJ got the R6, right?
Yeah, R6.
The R6 is, the R6 is a beast any goddamn way, right? But you put that with the flash, that's the other thing. Figuring out how much power to give the damn thing is a pain in the ass. But once you get it, you're straight, unless you go to another room where the lighting is a little different and then you gotta do. But overall, it overlaps pretty good. So I ain't had to do too much fiddling around with that part of it.
Mm-hmm.
So we was there almost till they closed it down.
Yeah.
Right? Almost, right? Get in the car. We head back home. I get up the next morning, get out of bed, and I could not walk.
That's because you was doing so much.
I'm dead ass.
That's because you was doing so much.
For 2 days, I was walking with a cane.
All right, hold on. Wait. Cindy, so basically at the reception, they had all the married couples get up there, and couple by couple, they sat down depending on how long they've been married. So McKenna is saying that you could have cheated because if you combined the whole time that you've been married, then yeah, it would have.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't have considered that cheating. The question is how long they've been married.
Right. Not quite.
I wouldn't have considered that cheating.
Right. But yeah.
Goddamn, old man.
For 2 days, I was walking with a cane. For 2 days.
Need you get it together.
Oh, man.
Listen, now, full disclosure, I was supposed to make an appointment, and I already did. I already did. I made an appointment with the podiatrist. This was a couple of weeks ago before the
fuss. Talking about
before the thing,
okay.
Right. So I have an appointment with a podiatrist about that because my shit ain't been right for a minute anyway. However, it ain't been that bad.
Right.
That's from being up all day on the feet all day, trying to get this, trying to do this, trying to do that.
Mm-hmm.
But guess what though? I do that for them. I'll do that again.
Facts.
I'll do that again. My overall impression because most of what I know about SBJ's circle and Chrissy's circle is from short interactions online, right? The funny thing about it is, though, they were every bit what I expected. Every bit what my impression of them from interacting with them online, they were every bit that. Every bit that. Now, I met Fabo in person one time, a long time ago.
Yeah.
A long time ago, right? I think it was at Comic-Con. Yeah. But these are solid people. I see why they're in the circle, that circle of people.
Facts.
Like, and honestly, like everybody there, at least from what I saw.
Yeah, because Team may get to see all the BS.
Right, get to see all the BS, right? At least from what I saw, people got along. It was a beautiful event. People were very happy for the couple. I ain't see no hating.
Right.
Not to say that it wasn't. I ain't see no hating. But yeah, I was just thoroughly impressed with Chrissy and SBJ's family and friends. Thoroughly impressed just as people, being around them, just as people, right? And it's funny because some of the pictures that I took of the group, I swear this could be a black sitcom from the 90s. Black sitcom from the 90s cast.
Thanks.
These are great. These are great people, man. I like typically, I'm not a people person.
Right.
I didn't think I had to tell anybody that. Right. I don't like people. Right. No, there's no way for me to be able to keep that vibe with them. They're funny, they're clever, they mean well, which goes a long goddamn way. And they are very protective of each other. Very protective of each other. And
just wait.
Very so like I was like, damn, I feel like I'm part of the gang.
Facts. All facts.
But yeah, that was mine. I know y'all about to go in here and
before we get into that, what you're saying about our circle, so many people came up to us and was like, I wish I had a support system like y'all.
Yeah.
And that really meant the world to us.
Facts.
It's a big deal.
The groomsmen and the bridesmaids was not playing.
Yeah.
At all.
You could tell. You can tell. Listen, if SBJ and Chrissy was like the president and the first man, that's right, I said it. The president and the first man, right? They would have been Secret Service.
Thanks.
It's like, listen.
100%. Without a question. Look, it's fairly simple. I'm not a people person either.
I know.
So if somebody's going to be considered my inner circle, we talking about salt of the earth people. Because there's no way around it. Like we're not doing the flakiness and we don't do that type of stuff. We don't do that here. So on to the bullshit. So where should I? Okay, all right, I have it. Hold on. Let me get to these notes. All right. Let's get to these notes. Actually,
Babe,
yo.
Everybody tell me they can't hear me.
They still can't hear you?
As loud as we can hear me.
Yeah, for real. Like
that's kind of crazy.
She sound crystal clear.
Right. Y'all still can't hear Chrissy? Let us know before
Lace just messaged me.
Before we move forward.
This is the clearest I've ever sounded.
Yeah.
Podcast.
Yes. So they need to hear that.
Yeah, I don't. Let me see. Let me try something. Let me try. Is that a no? That's not even an option. I can't even do that.
They basically said they're not hearing me through my mic. They're hearing me only because of your mic.
Well,
interesting.
So no, our mics are on the same signal. Yeah, our mics are on the same signal, so it's not like we don't have two separate mic audio signals. We are one.
You are one.
We are one. So that is absolutely the case for everyone saying that they like it's still her audio is coming from the mic that is in front of her, but it is going into the same
Audio
signal.
interface.
Yeah. I don't. Let me see. Let me try something. If I go, microphone. Because the way that everything is set up, if I switch her, there will be a bunch of echo for you guys.
For us? Or for them?
Yeah.
I already have that go anyway.
So Tim, turn your mic down a little bit because McKenna said I have to turn it all the way up on my phone to hear you, which means Tim's cackles are extra loud.
Shoosh.
No, that was not helpful. I promise you. I promise you that was not helpful. Let me see something. If I go here to there. Go guest. Audio track for the source. And browser. And then layers. Audio.
This is very nostalgic.
I know, right?
Been on the show and been watching the show for all these years. Because we first started, we had tech issues. I don't think we ever really got rid of tech issues. It just is large hiatuses, right? Where we didn't have
facts, all
issues,
facts,
right? But they're always brimming there under the surface.
Facts. Let me open view and go to audio. Go ahead, talk, Chrissy.
I hate that sentence.
Oh my God!
Because then I don't have nothing to talk about.
Figure out something to talk about.
What too? Testing. All you gotta do.
Damn it! All right, can I do?
No, this part needs to be heard. I'm about to come over there on that
side. Hey, Chrissy chomping at the bit. She's about to let somebody have it.
Keep talking. Keep talking. Keep talking.
This is.
Still.
Grace said, I wish I was there to troubleshoot. I mean, we can
Why
hear
are
her,
you not talking?
just not through the mic in front of her. Maybe a solution for next time. But if you guys can hear her and we can't, it means the software isn't sending her signal out with yours. Best I can assess from afar. Cindy says that's louder. It's a bit. McKenna said it's a bit better.
I wasn't trying to interrupt.
We trying to fix an issue right now, darling.
I know he was talking about the issue.
That's not.
You want to fight?
Sure.
on live.
Yeah.
One weekend.
So
maybe your voice
Cindy
will get
says
louder.
McKenna says it's louder.
Okay. All right. So on to these notes. Now, obviously, the Wedding Watch, name of the episode. We've been doing this since we started planning the wedding, and we're obviously past the finish line now. So a little bit of backup. The cookout. We had one last thing to really show some type of appreciation to the wedding party. The bridesmaids had to come to the house for final prep, so I just told the groomsmen, hey, whoever can make it through, come on over. I'm gonna throw some stuff on the grill. And whoever can make it, was welcome. That was a good time. Made hot dogs, burgers, chicken thighs, mac and cheese. That was it because I was had supposed to have make more, but I was tired.
I was tired.
I was tired. I ain't gonna hold you. There were a couple of things that I was supposed to make, but I basically cooked it all by myself. The twins came with intentions to help me cook, but that's because they didn't realize that they were needed with the wedding stuff. Like, so Gigi walked in the door. She was like, "All right, what you need help with?" I said, "You can't help me." She said, "Why?" I said, "Y'all got wedding stuff to do." She said, "Oh, I thought we was just coming over here for the." I'm like, no, there's still a couple things that need to be taken care of.
Right.
So Mo ended up helping me. He stirred the roof for me, which people might feel like that's not that big a deal, but that was actually a big help. It allowed me to do what I needed to do for the mac and cheese because I was slacking on my mise en place. Actually, it's never my strong suit. Mise en place is basically making sure that you're prepped and that you have all of your ingredients ready to throw on the fire, like at the same time. Like, I don't do that. I never have done that. It's not my thing. It's not my thing. That's one of the reasons I can never actually be a chef, because that's just it. I simply cannot. So, like I said, he made it possible for me to make probably what was the best mac and cheese I ever made.
Oh, wow.
A small, big, important thing came up. Marcus was in charge of getting socks for the groomsmen. Somebody brought it up to him. He happened to ask. They happened to ask. He happened to ask me what color socks I was wearing. I told him black. Mm-hmm. He damn near shit his pants. He was one of the. He has one of the most stereotypical traits a gay man can have. Mm-hmm. He is very prim and proper and all that jazz. He's also very dramatic. He yells at me, "You're not wearing anything black." Here's the problem with being loud sometimes, right?
Oh, damn.
You never want to match being loud with being wrong.
Hey, yo.
As anyone who's looked at the pictures can see, my outfit was burgundy and black.
Yes.
For some reason, it has always been that. Literally always. For some reason, something got in Marcus's mind that he thought I was wearing cream.
Like everybody else?
Right. And even though when we had the engagement party, I had the vest on from my suit.
Right.
Which was burgundy.
Right. Right.
For some reason, somewhere in his head, at some point, he thought I was wearing cream. So once I told him that, I was like, all right, well, since we're doing burgundy, I could just go ahead and do the burgundy socks. And he was like, all right, cool. I'm glad that came up. Mm-hmm. Because had it not came up, he would have got me some damn cream socks.
Yeah, that would have been crazy.
Right.
It would have been crazy.
So that was that rehearsal. The rehearsal went well. There was a slight couple moments where Chrissy's control issues came out.
What do you mean?
It just
how dare you?
Just a little bit here and there.
Let me talk.
Go ahead.
So there's a superstition that the bride cannot rehearse, and it's like an old wives' tale, all of that stuff. So I came in there thinking I was going to rehearse. The Reverend, my mother, James' mother, they're like, "What are you doing? Sit down."
Basically,
you're not allowed to rehearse. You can't walk down the aisle. You can't do this. You can't do that. I'm like, what?
Now, mind you, I ain't know none of this either.
Yeah. And, of course, I'm pregnant. So they basically got me a chair and told me to sit my ass down.
That's not exactly how it happened. No.
No, not exactly.
So this is what happened. So she kept trying to do stuff and kept trying to intervene and all this type of stuff. So we kept saying to her throughout that time, go sit down somewhere, right? But nobody was actually telling her to sit down at that moment. We were just telling her, like, chill out. Well, there was one point where we were rehearsing the processional, and there happened to be a chair empty, and she did something, and I was like, hey, sit down. And she went over to the chair and she sat down.
Before that happened, my mother pushed me into a seat.
Oh, damn.
It was a lot of stuff. But the problem is, even if you tell the bride not to do something, people are always going to ask the bride questions. So even when I tried not to, everybody kept coming up to me. And they were like, hey, what's the answer to this? And I would answer, they'd be like, hey, shush. Or I would like try to whisper an answer. What you doing over there? I'm like, I'm just answering questions.
Nope. It was That's imperative that you chill the fuck out. And like I said, she wasn't that bad. It's not like she was like on some Bridezilla shit or nothing like that.
No.
It was just, every now and then she would speak louder than she should have. And the people that was telling her to chill out overheard it. That's all.
When do I ever speak louder than I should?
When you're not supposed to be talking, darling.
So anyway, the thing about the rehearsal, the reverend is my parents' reverend, and she is very militant. I didn't know this because I've only seen her in the church. And, on Facebook and stuff. She's always been really, really nice.
Right.
Afterwards, the girls are coming to me like, she was up there yelling at us. She was up there, like, saying stuff under her breath. I'm like, what?
Oh, my.
Yeah, it was bad. I mean,
it wasn't bad. It was annoying to the people that she was talking to.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
It was like, mind your tone.
Yeah.
These aren't, I think older people sometimes group all people younger than them as young.
Yeah,
it's true.
These ain't kids.
Realize that half of the party are in their 40s.
Right. Yeah, these ain't kids that you're talking to.
These aren't babies.
Right.
Yeah.
But other than
boot camp rehearsal.
Facts.
Right.
Thanks. So after that, the outside of those two very small things, the rehearsal was fine. Everything, we did what we needed to do. We got out of there at a decent time. I think we left like 5 minutes after we were supposed to, but we actually finished rehearsing on time.
Right.
It was just, a couple ancillary things that we wanted to talk about or whatever. So after that, we went to Longhorn. Tony treated everybody. That was great. Nice and fun family dinner after the rehearsal leading up to the big day. All right. All the preambles out the way. Let's get to the bad stuff.
Not the stretch.
No, I just gotta
loosen up.
Correct.
Yeah.
When you get in the ring, you got
all right.
Gotta loosen up.
A couple people didn't show up. Some of the people told us last minute that they wouldn't be there. A couple people just no-showed.
Oh, damn. No call, no show?
Yeah.
They get fired for that.
They will be dealt with accordingly. I already warned my mother and let her know that these people aren't invited to the baby shower just so she can process that by the time the baby shower comes around.
Am I allowed to just jump in?
Go ahead.
While you're doing this? So we kept our wedding budgeted pretty well as far as the amount of people and the amount of money spent.
Right.
The most irritating thing about people not showing up is we had so many people that we could not invite that could have had y'all spot.
Yep.
Had y'all just said, we can't make it.
Or set it at a reasonable time.
Now, some people, it was emergencies.
Sure.
Those,
yes.
okay, I get.
Right.
But especially the people that said nothing.
Yeah.
Like, that's food money.
Facts.
That's alcohol money.
Facts.
It is.
Yeah. So that's why they can't get invited to nothing else.
Correct.
Yeah, because Fab was tight. At the end of the night, Fab was tight because y'all still had a bunch of liquor. He was tight.
Right. All right. So now let's get into the specifics. So y'all remember I had to kick a groomsman out of the wedding party.
No. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah.
For his terrible communication.
Yeah, I remember.
It's so much more stupid stuff that I can't even say on here, but there is stuff that I can. So, after we got back from the bachelor trip, he calls me that same night. Then we get back. He calls me at like 11:40 or something like that. I had to work the next day, so I was asleep. I called him back in the morning. So, one of the things that he was calling me about is that he had a +1. And that +1 fell through. So that +1 was no longer coming to the wedding. This nigga like, oh, can I bring somebody else? No, nigga. Absolutely not. You cannot bring somebody else. +1s are a privilege. And I mean, you punished. Yeah. +1s are a privilege.
That part.
And you're punished.
Yeah.
Just like one of my homegirls that came to the wedding lost her +1 by not listening.
Oh.
I wasn't going to take his +1 away, but once it fell through, no, you good. You good. You ain't got to worry about that. You got a bunch of other people that you know. You got family there.
Yeah.
So you don't need, you good. About a week later, he hit me up. I'm going to have to read this. He hit me up. Where is his? Oh, here we go.
You broke it.
About a week later, he hit me back and he says, when are you getting your locks done? Do you want me to trim you up? I said, no, I have everything taken care of. He said, okay, good stuff. Next day, he hits me again. What else you need / got left to do? I said, just getting the stuff to the venue. He said, I can make space in the trunk. What up, Ryan? He said, I can make space in the trunk.
Ryan?
I said, no. I'm pretty sure we have enough space. We have 3 vehicles. He said, okay, so what can I help with? My craziness has calmed down. I said, if you can get to the venue early, you can help with setup. No response.
Wait a minute. Whoa. So just so I understand, y'all were having a back and forth correspondence. You said that last thing, and there was no confirmation or saying, damn, I don't know.
9:41. I'm sorry. And 9:40. At 8:22, he texted me, what else you got left to do? At 9:41, I responded, just getting the stuff to the venue. 9:45, he says, I can make space in the trunk. 9:50, I say, I'm pretty sure we have enough space. We have 3 vehicles. 9:51, he says, all right, so what can I help with? My craziness has calmed down from now. My next message to him is, if you can get to the venue early, you can help with setup. He does not respond. So, ain't this why you got kicked out of the wedding party?
Yeah, a little bit.
This is the exact reason you got kicked out of the wedding party. Okay. Friday comes, aka the day before the wedding. Oh, I keep forgetting this very important part. Friday comes, day before the wedding, Friday morning. I get a message from one of our other cousins. She says, "Hey, my husband is probably not going to be able to make it to the wedding." I said, "Oh man, what happened?" Basically, he was still working, and if she waited until he got off, she might not have made it because they live in Ohio. So I'm like, damn, all right, that's cool. Just make sure you bring his ass down here at some point because I still ain't meet him.
Right.
And she was like, yeah, no problem. We going to try to come back there before the end of the year. So, all right, cool. She then says, oh, by the way, since he's not coming, can I bring somebody else? I said, that depends because I don't need any type of shenanigans happening on my wedding day. What is the situation between this person and DJ? The reason I said it that way is because before she gave an answer, I didn't want her to know too much.
Right.
She assumed I was talking about that other person. So she was like, oh no, there's no problems between them. They're good, such and such this, such and such that. I said, oh, in that case, no. In that case, absolutely not. I can't allow that. I'll explain to you later. She said, okay, no worries. So what I think, I have no way of proving this. I think that person is who he was trying to have as his plus one. And I think that either he told that person to ask my other cousin, or he insinuated to my cousin without telling her that person should come. So no, absolutely not. You're not circumventing what I said. Like, absolutely not. That's not going to happen. So fast forward to later that same day, he calls me. I answer the phone. Like, what's up? He's like, oh man, I didn't mean to call you. I meant to text you. But once the phone started ringing, I was like, all right, I might as well make it a call. I said, all right, cool. What's going on? He said, I'm on my way out security. Are you sure you don't need anything else? I said, sir, I just told you what I needed about 4 days ago and you never responded.
He didn't respond to that.
No. So he was like, oh yeah, no, I ain't responding to that because you know I'm good for it. No, the fuck I don't. Let's not do
that's
this.
Not what
that's not how any of this works. So first of all, we got into it when he said that. We got into it. Just very shortly. Yeah. He stopped the back and forth. But here's what we got into it about. Nigga, you have a history of not showing up to things. What the fuck do you mean I know you're good? I do not know that you're good for it. Like, I'm like, you have a history of not showing up to things. He like, no, I just be late. Nigga, if I ask you to be somewhere early, and you think, what? You be late all the damn time. If I ask you to show up somewhere early, why would I think you good for it without you confirming?
Can I do a
confirming?
Facts.
Facts.
Can I do just a quick public service announcement?
Yeah.
So, respectfully, when a couple is about to do what they was about to do, there is a lot of stress, a lot of things that go wrong, or even when things go right, it's just a Herculean effort sometimes to even get the shit to go right. The last thing you, as a guest, family, friend, groomsman, bridesman, whatever, last thing you want to do is contribute to adding to any stress.
That part. So first of all, do you know who was supposed to teach me how to drive?
Who?
Him.
Oh,
Do you
Good
know
job.
who actually ended up teaching me how to drive?
oh, damn. Wasn't him?
Wasn't him.
Oh.
Do you know who was supposed to take me to get my actual driver's license?
Oh, well, he made up for it then. Good. Cool.
It was him. You know who actually took me
Oh, he
to get my license? It
Wasn't
was Aaron's mother. Aaron's
Oh.
mother took me.
Oh.
There have been several times when I would do something for my mother at her house for her birthday, and I would be talking to him, and he'd be like, "All right, yeah, I'm coming." And then like the day of, once I'm there, I get a call from like, "Oh, I'm not gonna be able to make it." So, first of all, you're not even right about the whole "I do be showing up." Like, don't get me wrong. It's not that he never shows up for things.
No,
That's
no, I
not the
get it.
point I'm
I
trying to
get it.
make. But the
get it.
whole idea of I always show up, no, sir, that's simply not the case. Second of all, if you ask me a couple days before my wedding if I need help, and I give you a task that I need help with that requires a response, no matter who you are,
Right.
I could not have possibly had a better best man than Fab, right? He is top 3 most reliable people in my life. If he would have asked me if I needed something 4 days before my wedding, and when I told him, he just ignored me, which he would never do,
Never.
I would also assume that he was not down to do it.
Right. Right.
Because what
Right.
do you mean?
Right.
So now here we are. He like, yeah, I'm gonna be there, blah, 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 whatever. So the day comes, day of the wedding. When all the groomsmen get here, I say, yo, cause I knew I had no, I be knowing.
You be knowing now?
I be knowing sometimes.
You know?
Sometimes I be knowing. Sometimes I be knowing. So I said to my guys and my gal, but I didn't expect her to do anything because obviously she's pregnant. But she I probably wouldn't have been able to stop her.
True.
But keep him away from me. I say, yo, y'all keep him away from me today until the reception. Please just keep him away from me.
Yeah.
So Tim mentioned that when they got to the venue, the groomsmen were not there. That's because, and Tim mentioned that when he finally saw us, niggas was
right. Niggas was right.
So that's the reason we weren't there, because we started drinking probably about 11:05.
That's
Like
too early.
once they got
Too
there,
damn early.
They got to the house, they came in, we went ahead and loaded the cars immediately so we would have time to chill.
Right.
Once all the stuff was in the cars, we started opening bottles.
Too early.
I mean, you know, it is what it is. So once we got to the venue at like 1:05. They opened the doors at 1. So when we're in there, we get in, they immediately start seeing what they can do to help. Mind you, they're not even supposed to be setting up.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's just what you do.
Yeah.
We get in there, we start immediately looking to see what we can do. But I had a thought. I said, we're not supposed to be touching a piece of food until like 5 o'clock.
Hungry ass.
That's not going to work. With all the alcohol that we've drunk so far,
Yeah, yeah.
and all
bro,
the alcohol that we're going to
bro.
potentially drink between now and that
Nah.
time, that's not
Nah.
going to work. We need to eat. We need to eat. And funny enough, as I was coming to them to say that, Fab was coming to me to say that.
To say that.
So we found this Asian place that was in the shopping center that is connected by a parking lot to the venue. So we walked over there. Mo had stayed behind.
I like that area, by the way. That area
It's really
Columbia,
nice. It's
that's
really
a
nice.
area.
Absolutely. So we get over. Cindy said it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Absolutely. So we go over to the place. We order our food. I'm sitting there waiting for the food to come out. DJ texts me. Yo, where you at? It's 1:30 at this point.
Mhm.
He says, yo, where you at? I said, I'm eating. He said, not what you doing, where you at? I said, I'm around the corner from the venue. He said, can I come through, send a location? No, nigga. We're not going to be here much longer. Just go
Right.
to the venue.
Right.
You're supposed to be there already, helping to set up. Because remember, that's the thing I asked you to do when you asked me if I needed anything. Yeah. So, he never responded to that. So, after that exchange, the food came out. I called Mo. Yo, come eat. He comes to the store. We eat. We finish up. We go to leave. As soon as we get outside of the restaurant, Tiffany hits the group chat, like, ask Fab to get me some food and get me a Band-Aid because she had broke her nail, like, down to the white meat.
Jeez.
So we walked in over to Safeway. We was up and through Safeway, all around, looking for everything we needed. We got everything we needed. So mind you, time has passed.
Yes.
We get everything we need, we check out, we walk back to the venue. We get in eyesight of the venue, and this nigga is pulling up and parks and gets out of his car.
He was supposed to be there at 1.
He was supposed to be there at 1.
Oh my.
Yeah. So,
damn it.
We speak, but I don't really have time to sit there and chat with you because the girls had gotten there. Tim and Shafrel was already there.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know what state everything was in, so I had to make sure our help wasn't needed or anything. We walk in, groomsmen jump right back to helping set up. This nigga is basically meandering and kind of following me around. Once I noticed,
he's supposed to be helping set up.
He's supposed to be helping set up.
Hell, Fabo was out there setting up.
Exactly. Once I noticed that he was following me around, I created a little bit of distance from him, and I went straight to Aaron. Yo, get your cousin. Aaron went over and grabbed him, and they started setting something up. I don't even remember what it was. All right. Here's the thing about that, though. Aaron didn't know anybody who was there any more than DJ did.
Right.
Aaron just came in and made himself available to the people who were already working.
Right.
Apparently, DJ was incapable of doing that. Fast forward to Shafrel. We in the room, and Shafrel like, hey, it's time to start getting ready. So I bet. I went to go get everybody, but somebody stopped me. I'm pretty sure it was Fab.
Me.
Oh, okay. So it's like, no, nigga, you don't need to be. No. But we were still outside of the room at that point. So DJ sees me. So once all the groomsmen are gathered, we start going into the room. This nigga comes into the room.
So that's side. Yo, that side right there, that's a whole other story. Like that.
Yeah. So now we're in the room, and he's in the room. I went up to Aaron again. Yo, get your cousin out of here. He says, bet. Walks over to him. Yo, we about to get ready. Go see if anybody else needs any more help with setup.
Right.
You would think that would have been enough. Especially since that's what I asked him to do.
Yeah.
I asked him to be there early to help set up. And his response, when I eventually talked to him, was, oh, I'm good for that. No, that wasn't good enough for him. That was not good enough for him. He starts talking about, oh, y'all putting me out. Like, why I'm not allowed to be in here and this and that and while that was happening, Aaron was still talking to him like, yo, no, blah, 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 you got blah, blah, blah. And then I was quiet. I was chilling. I wasn't saying nothing during this moment. And then this nigga had the audacity to say, I thought I was an honorary and I couldn't help myself. I could not help myself. No, nigga. You are not an honorary anything. You were an actual groomsman. But you decided that you couldn't communicate. So you got kicked out. No, you cannot stay in here. Yes, you have to leave. So he leaves. Now, I posted about this on Facebook a few weeks ago, right? But I'll reiterate and elaborate now that the entire process is over. Being a part of a bridal party of anything resembling a traditional wedding is hard fucking work. Hard fucking work. Every single person who remained in our party by the wedding day made so many sacrifices.
Right.
People on the outside see the fun and they get jealous of that. The sacrifices are what made the fun possible. Mm-hmm. A list of what people in our party had to sacrifice in the lead up to this wedding. They had to buy at least their own outfit for the wedding. Mm-hmm. Some people put money toward pieces of the ensemble for other members of the party. Mm. Some had children who were a part of the wedding, so that's more money. Mm-hmm. Some combination of the party was over my house every weekend for like 2 months to put things together. Some people had to go through purchasing items and then having to return them because something happened or it ended up not being right and then having to repurchase things.
Right.
They contributed to planning the wedding itself.
Right.
They contributed to planning the bachelor weekends. They planned the bridal shower. They spent time away from their kids and loved ones. Mm-hmm. They contributed to setting the venue up and cleaning it afterwards.
Somebody had a baby.
There were, well, I was going to put that in another list because those are happy things. There were a couple happy things that were negative as far as being in a wedding party that happened. But yeah, niggas was having babies. Niggas was getting pregnant. Niggas was having babies. Niggas was getting pregnant. Niggas was breaking up. Like, it was a lot of shit. It was a lot of shit. Yeah. So, no, you who did nothing, you literally really contributed nothing to getting the wedding ready.
Yeah.
Do not get to be a part of the fun parts. That's not how this works.
That's not how it works.
That is not how this works at all. That would be a spit in the face.
It's not fair for the ones that did do all of that sacrifice.
That part, like, what are we talking about here? And the fact that you have to be told this, you're the big brother. It's not if you were 6 years younger than me, you would still be a grown ass man.
Right.
So even still, then it would still be annoying. Aaron is 6 years younger than me. Yeah. DJ is 6 years older than me. No, nigga. No, none of this should have to be explained to you. So, and the part that I was about to say, this is all while these people who were in our party were going through sicknesses, pregnancies, car accidents, breakups, job issues.
Still doing the thing.
And even more stuff that I just can't get into on here. And they were still doing everything they possibly could to get this shit past the finish line.
Yeah.
And after doing none of that, you absolutely do not get to be called an honorary anything. No. What the fuck are you talking about? Why? I don't understand. The point of Aaron going to you is because Aaron doesn't currently have an issue with you. Aaron was in the headspace to say these things to you nicely.
Right.
But once you start talking about some honorary shit,
yeah,
I just couldn't keep quiet anymore. It is what it is. So
wait a minute. Let me ask you this about that whole. I'm trying to get the fixed timeline of when this particular thing took place. Like, so did this happen before all of y'all? After all of y'all had got dressed?
No, this was
before. Okay,
this was right when we walked back into the room before we started to change.
Damn.
And he was in the room.
Damn.
And I'm like, yo, get out. Like, what do you mean? Why do you think you would be able to? Now, I will give him this because I didn't think about this at the time because there's a lot of other shit going on. It's my wedding day. But Marcus's friend, while we were here, before we left, came up to me and asked me, hey, can I change in the room with y'all? Is that fine? And I told him yes. I don't feel bad about that because he fucking asked.
Yeah, facts.
He asked.
Facts.
But I'm still always a fair person. Looking at that from the other side, all right, cool. I can see where you might feel away, blah, 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 whatever. He leaves there. He runs into my friend Aubrey. Couple minutes later, shut up. Couple minutes later, Aubrey comes in and he's like, damn, what y'all do to him? I'm like, who? He was like, the bald guy that came out.
What up, Eddie?
Eddie. He was like, the bald guy that came out of here. I'm like, nothing really.
Oh, he must have been extra salty.
Nigga.
Showed.
No, not just showed. He was like, yeah, he said y'all was a bunch of assholes.
He said, oh.
I'm like, yo what the fuck? Whatever. Because it's my wedding day. What I'm about to do? Go find him and fuss at him? Like, no. So, yeah, this nigga went around apparently crying to anybody who would listen instead of taking accountability.
Crazy talk, yo.
Bruh.
That's
instead of just taking accountability, like, you're right, I fucked up. So, he did, during our conversations between me getting back from the bachelor trip and the day before the wedding, he did apologize for, not being available while he was a groomsman. He did apologize for that. But apologizing doesn't mean do the shit over. Like,
facts. That's not what
so, like I said, he went around apparently crying to anyone who would listen instead of taking accountability. Which meant I had people coming up to me asking what I did to him.
Oh, yo, that is wild.
Including my mother.
Yo, what the
now he tattled to your mother.
Right.
Oh my, yo.
Like, yo, how fucking old are you? Like, grow the fuck up, bro. Like,
what are we doing?
Yeah. So that happened. That was a thing. All right. Next person. I will give Chrissy the floor for this particular individual.
It's time?
Yep.
It's time.
Okay. I hope y'all can hear me clearly. This is very important. My friends who were my bridesmaids and maid and matron of honor do not play about me. In no way. Never have. I'm the little sister. So you can only imagine they do not play about me. So, there was this girl that me and James went to school with. She's one of those people, like, I wouldn't consider her a close friend, but it's one of those people I've known for a while. James has known for a while. Well, he said he don't know her now.
I've never met that woman.
But she's one of those people that are like.
Yep, Cindy. This is what it is. She is who my post was about.
She is textbook hard to get along with. So when I did the seating chart, I had struggled with her. Like, where do I put her? Who do I put her with?
Right.
So I decided on putting her with my friend Kiki, because Kiki and her generally can like get along. Kiki gets along with everybody.
Right.
I'm like, okay. Nobody else at the table knew her, just her and Kiki. So I was like, you know what? This is probably the best case scenario. I'm gonna leave it at that. So let's go to the bridal shower. She's invited. She comes to the bridal shower, but she leaves like halfway through and doesn't say anything. Like, doesn't say, hey, I gotta go, give me a hug, nothing. It wasn't that many people at the bridal shower because that was a day of another marathon in Baltimore. People couldn't make it. So it was very noticeable that she left. No reason why she couldn't say anything to me. It's not like the wedding day where people can't find me. So that was like strike two. I went back and forth about whether I was going to take her invitation away. But at this point, it was like a month to the wedding. I'm like, it's fine. Her birthday is actually in October too. So she was telling me that she basically was going to move her trip until after the wedding to make sure she made it. I'm like, cool, no problem. So some of the stuff I'm about to say, I knew about during the wedding. Other stuff was told to me after. There were at least, I would say, 6 to 7 people that came to me or that I talked to at some point that said she had something negative to say. Why? Why?
Oh, Eddie. So Eddie said, "Damn, she makes October babies look bad." DJ's birthday was yesterday.
Funny.
DJ's birthday was yesterday. So
that's
that's
crazy.
two for
Funny.
2.
And so was hers yesterday.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try to go with everything in order, but again, this was coming at me from different directions.
Yo, babe, Triple say should have put her out the door for the seating chart.
No,
Thanks.
So,
oh, damn.
She messages Jana before the wedding even starts and says, is this event going to start on time? Because y'all know y'all never do nothing on time.
Oh.
This is a wedding.
Oh.
This isn't like a house party. This is a wedding. So, the funny thing about the time was the invitation said 4 o'clock. The reason they said 4 o'clock is because I wanted to give people time to make it to their seats. Because at 4:15, an alarm went off and we started walking out. We were not late. But if you look at your invitation, it said 4 o'clock.
Yep.
So for her, now she complaining. Apparently 5 minutes in, sitting down next to everybody. See, I could have stayed with my daughter. See, I got her an Uber and I could have took her home.
Yo. This is.
Yes. Yeah. So, but apparently that's not even when the complaining started. When she walked in the door, she apparently said, "This the venue they chose?"
Okay. So, for the most of you were not there. That is a dope ass venue. All right. Listen. This person came there to bitch.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yep.
Oh, man.
So she's complaining about the decor, saying she could have did it better. All this stuff.
Correct, McKenna.
Mind you, did she think that any of the people near her would not have come and told us at some point?
Which, yeah, she lucky she didn't get snatched.
Yo.
It
In
was
that
close.
room.
We getting there.
Listen.
We getting there.
I'm gonna tell you what my wife said.
Yo, Dion.
When a lot of this, she starts seeing the post. My wife was like, one thing my impression of James and Chrissy is that all they really be trying to do is help people. They be helping people. It's a good thing that I ain't hear about that.
See, and that's why. Let me read this post, babe, because I gotta find it first because I've been posting all these goddamn pictures. So come on, bro. All right, this daggone Facebook acting slow right now. So we were. I don't remember what we were doing, but I happened to pick up my Facebook.
Correct, McKenna.
And I had seen Dion make a post, and Dion had already seen some of her behavior prior to this, and has had an issue with her since then.
Why Dion just call her old shark face?
I can't do this, Dion. So, I wasn't surprised when I saw that Dion had made a Facebook post. Now, I'm not going to read Dion's post, but after I had seen it, I was like, all right, since Dion spoke on this, let me go ahead and make this post. I said, so I'll be back later for the positive stuff. It was 99% amazing, and even in this, I thank everyone who contributed to that. But Dion brought it up, so I got to speak on it.
Yeah.
That being said, it's funny how someone who spends so much time talking about how they're used to the finer things in life would lack simple decorum. There is no way in the world I should be receiving reports from almost a dozen people after the wedding about how terribly you behaved. You were at the right table, though, because there were people there I would not have been able to stop. My biggest issue above everything else is how phony you are, but you don't have to worry about that anymore. And then I blocked her.
Yeah. Listen, when I saw the post, I was like, well, son, bitch. I ain't nobody let me. Something was off. I know when we was just about to leave, when I went out to the back court yard, and I could tell it was something. Chrissy and James was out there. I could tell something was, but they ain't give me none of the.
Nah,
man.
Nah.
Yeah. So, ceremony, complain. Get to cocktail hour. She was like, why is there only meatballs? There wasn't only meatballs. Also, it's appetizers. It's not the main food. It was meatballs, spinach dip, crackers,
fruit.
I think of like a fruit salad. So, again, she's doing this in front of people.
Yeah.
At our wedding. Everybody there is for me or him. Doesn't matter who, they're going to report back. And if y'all have ever been to a wedding before or been in a wedding, you know you don't tell the groom or bride what's going on generally.
Right.
You wait till after.
Right.
But I've known my friends for way too long that when I saw their faces frowned up, I said, something's not right. So I kept pushing. What's going on, y'all? What's up? This is by the time we get to the reception. At the reception, she's complaining about the food. But before she complained about the food, she jumped in line before her table was called.
Oh my God. Come on, man.
For reference, there was only 10 tables. Just wait. It was so bad that the people at her table were like, did they call us? And she was like, no, but I was getting my food. You were going to get your food regardless.
Yeah. What the fuck is she? Okay.
Then she comes back to the table and tells everybody at the table, it's not good anyway. Don't worry about it.
Yo, real shit. The fact that she got out of there unscathed.
Nigga. A modern day miracle.
Yeah.
It's because once again, our wedding party did what they were supposed to do.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Yep. So she complained about the food. She complained it wasn't fancy enough because it was beef or chicken.
What the fuck are we eating?
Mind you, for y'all that weren't there, beef tenderloin, chicken, gravy for either one, mashed potatoes, mixed vegetables, rice, green beans. Yeah, it was 2 sides.
The fact
2
that you were
starches,
even able to remember all that was
2
crazy.
meats, roll, iced tea, lemonade, water, and that's only from the cater. And then of course we had an open bar too.
Right.
And Gigi's funny. She's like, beef and chicken get served to everybody, like rich people. She actually worked at an event after for a millionaire who had beef and chicken.
Right.
So why are you complaining?
Yeah. Look, Addie was sitting at the same table as my wife, right? We had 4. He said, I just remembered the number of my table. That food was fire. She's stupid. Yeah. She's stupid.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and I forgot Addie. Addie mentioned ziti, which was done last minute by the caterer.
Yep.
Because I remembered I have a couple vegetarians. So he was like, I'll make you a vegetarian ziti. You ain't got to pay nothing else.
Wow.
Yeah. Everybody was like, that food was good.
Ryan said, they got me scratching my head like, in what universe was it her place to judge any fucking thing? Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's not your event. I don't care.
This
what
ain't
you
about
done
you.
differently.
Right.
Shut up. So, the most egregious thing she did, she ordered DoorDash.
No, come on. Yo, seriously, are we really?
She ordered DoorDash.
Ooh. Exactly, Addie. She could have stayed her ass home. She should have.
She ordered DoorDash and said to Kiki, I'll be right back. I'm going outside to get my food and I'm going to eat it out there because I don't want to get in trouble.
My sister said, you do not have to justify the menu you chose for your reception.
Facts.
The purpose is to share in the couple's happiness.
Facts.
That part. So, the DoorDash thing was the thing that really took it over the edge.
Yeah, that's too far.
Because somebody saw her, multiple people saw her out there waiting for food.
I should have locked the damn door.
Honestly. So, at some point, Dion was headed over there. And Gigi was like, no.
To scold her?
No, scold isn't the word that
Oh.
And she had Justine and Jazzy right behind her. It was not gonna be pretty.
No.
Yeah, so that was that. And then we're gonna get to the speeches. So everybody knows I'm non-traditional with a lot of things. My friends know me. Anything that my friends or James' friends said during the speech,
it was greenlit. Yeah, it was greenlit. Yeah.
Yep.
I do not care.
Yeah.
Everybody that had something to say, specifically about Gigi's speech, was not there with me in the trenches when I was going through it.
Facts.
And Gigi's speech was the shit, actually. Like, I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what they going on about, but that was the shit. Like, that was a whole story. I see why she's a writer.
Yeah.
That was a whole story.
Exactly. And it went just the way it was supposed to.
Yep.
Everybody's like, oh, she mentioned your ex. So? It is public knowledge. On the marriage certificate, it says divorced.
Correct.
It is not a secret.
At all.
if you were there with me, you would have appreciated the whole story. But the people that were like, they weren't there to experience it.
Right.
But anyway.
Hold on, don't move on from that because there was a post about that. Where are we at? I gotta go back and find it. But and because we was talking about that, and like, yes, that is a thing that a lot of people had something to say about. But
wait a minute, there was more than one person.
Yeah, but all right. So here's the thing: there were more than one person that had something to say about it, but she was the only one who said anything in the wrong way, right?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
First of all, what Chrissy said is absolutely true. Like, we weren't given the exact speeches, but all three of the people who gave speeches told us what would be in their speech.
I was literally in the room when I was going over some of it. Like,
so it's like, all right, I get that. Like, I had this conversation with somebody, I can't remember, somebody that was at the wedding, and it was like, oh, that the one that went last, I think she said too much. I said, why do you think that? I said, isn't that a little private? I said, the bride didn't have a problem with it.
Right.
And it was like, but they talked about her ex-husband. The bride didn't have a problem with it. Oh, so, but to bring up her fertility issues, she's pregnant currently.
Right.
I just don't. So, like, she's currently pregnant, and it's obvious that she's currently. There are pictures.
Yes, we literally have pictures of
her holding her bump, our parents holding her bump, me holding her bump. Like, she's clearly pregnant. The purpose of bringing up the infertility issues is to highlight. Shut up, Dion. The purpose of bringing up the infertility issues is to highlight how much of a miracle it is that she's currently pregnant.
Yes, that's the whole point of the story.
Like, if you actually listen to the story, right? If you actually listen, you would hear that this was all celebratory.
Yes, there was no
but the other people didn't say it with malice.
Right.
They said it out of concern. Yeah, she was the only one that was stepping out of her,
stepping out her body.
Yeah. But anyway, this post
sounded like. So from what I heard at her table during the speech, she kept saying, "Well, I was there from the beginning because I went to school with them." Like, almost like it was jealousy. Like, what did you?
That's
think?
What it sounded like. That's what it sounded like.
Ain't no way in the fucking world. I don't even know her. I've never met her a day in my life. Never seen her before.
Please.
All right, whatever. So Gigi posted, and I shared this. So I know some of the people that said something to me about it had seen it. Gigi said, y'all was gasping at us mentioning her old marriage because y'all usually talk behind people's backs, but you ran into some real niggas. Facts. Real shit. What are you talking about? Like, y'all are a little misguided with this concern that you have. But anyway, go ahead, babe.
Right. Yeah. So with the speech, I already knew, and Gigi knew.
Yeah.
Because she said it. I know y'all.
She said it in the speech.
What I'm about to do is taggy, but I need to mention this so that y'all can understand where she came from. If y'all would have heard that part or paid attention, you would understand that by the end of the story, you got a complete recap of somebody that had given up.
Right.
Exactly.
Somebody that said, I was never getting married. I can't have kids. All this stuff.
Right.
And look where I am now.
Right.
Some of y'all might want to use that as inspiration.
Yeah.
So I had no problem with it. I thought it was done beautifully. I knew Gina was going to be a writer.
Yeah.
I knew there was going to be some risque stuff.
Yeah, sure.
In each speech. And guess what? It was in all three.
Right.
Jasmine started with
Welcome back.
Welcome back to Chrissy's family.
Right.
Like, and that got a roar.
Yeah.
It did.
It's like, what did we
had something to say about that too.
Yeah.
I thought it was hilarious.
Absolutely.
Bab said, a lot has happened since Atlanta.
Right.
Yeah.
Everybody had something to say, and that's our friend group. I wouldn't have wanted them to not be themselves.
Correct.
So that was it with that. So after the wedding, after I got all the reports back, after I talked to everybody that heard her say something, I deleted her. I didn't say nothing to her.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't say we need to talk.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't do any of that because I've seen enough.
Yeah, that's
I've seen enough outside of me, but everybody keeps saying I'm shocked she would have done this to you because I think you were her favorite. Clearly not.
Right.
So I decided not to approach, not to say nothing, just to disappear. Because she also did the thing that I hate. She knew she was wrong. Because like 5 times during the reception, she randomly would come up to me and be like, we got to sync schedules. I haven't seen you in so long.
Nah.
Oh, you got to make sure I know when the baby shower is.
Nah.
Oh, look at my nails. I got them done.
Nah.
The theme of our high school. For you and James.
Nah.
Like, that moment
that make it worse.
You fucked up.
Bruh.
That make it worse. All that shit, that corny ass shit she doing right there, made it worse.
Yeah.
Stand on it then.
Facts.
All that shit,
that
stand
part.
on it.
Yeah.
Stand
and
on
that's
it.
what really irritated James. Because it's like, now you being phony.
Yeah, I don't do the phony shit.
So yeah, she's deleted. She's gone. So one of my friends had a scheduled time to go out with her. And I gave her something I wanted to say. I said, I don't wish to talk to you, but this is how I feel about how you behave. There's no reason at your wedding you should have people coming up to you and say, I think you have a hater in the room.
Right.
That
you don't want that on your wedding day. But I had a great time.
Nigga.
It didn't ruin anything.
They saved her is what they did.
Yeah, they saved her.
Because I only heard one of these complaints. Had I heard another one, this would have been a different story.
Yeah.
I'll leave that at that.
Yeah.
But I don't even know who Chrissy talking about for real.
Yeah. She don't exist.
If anybody happened to see my pictures and saw the two that had like black ink on them.
Yeah.
All right. So moving on to the last thing. Now, the last annoyance was the least maddening, right? But the most annoying. I want to be clear.
Facts, McKenna.
Definitely saved her. We all know if she went overboard in front of him and the other someone would have been thrown. Listen, there were way too many people in that room. Tim told you earlier. See, the wedding party, more or less, was going to err on the side of not doing anything, right? Because of the situation we were in.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say the same for the guests.
No.
Yeah.
I can't say the same for the guests.
Ooh.
She was 2 tables away from Aaron's mother. If Aaron's mother would have seen any of this, it would have been a problem.
Yeah.
If my stepfather had seen any of this, it would have been a problem.
Yo, my sister.
There are several people.
Yo, my sister said, I know an internet company that can send her a box full of any type of animal poo you want. Sounds like the perfect opportunity to send some rhino poo. Send me her address.
All right, let me get the last bad thing out the way so we can get on to the rest of the good stuff. So like I said, I want to be clear before I go into this one. Fuck her. I don't do the phony shit. And her heart was clearly not in the right place, right?
Facts.
Now, secondly, I love DJ. That didn't, don't, and won't change.
Of course.
He clearly has some growing up to do, and his actions were terrible. but his heart was in the right place. He felt guilty. That's really where a lot of that came from.
Yeah.
He felt guilty. All right. Like I get it. You just expressed it wrongly. Like, but whatever, he felt guilty and he wanted to help. This one I'm about to get into is even more different. So the heart was in the best place it could be.
Right.
The actions themselves weren't terrible.
Right.
But there were obvious negative results. So the long and short of this is, it's funny because Toom brought him up and mentioned how he was helpful.
Yeah.
But in reality, my stepfather messed up my wedding pics.
Ooh.
So this is something that I will just let slide under pretty much any other circumstance. But Toom, when I say what I'm about to say, I want you to not defend yourself in any way.
I'm not.
This is a dead issue now, but I can't not address this.
Right.
Because I am me. So we're sitting in the house about to get into opening wedding gifts. Dion made the post about the girl, and then I shared that and made my own post, whatever, blah, 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 blah. My mother sees my post and messages us. When she messages us, she says that Tony was done with some photos and she was about to send us the link. She added on, if y'all share any of the social media, make sure you tag him as to not have people confuse his pics with the other photographers. Now, I didn't think twice about that at all because he's a professional photographer.
Facts.
People might want to hire him, and nobody that's on the up and up would want to get hired off of somebody else's work. That's just not. That's you just don't do that. That's wild, right? So then she asked us who she got to take her belt off for referring to my post. So we told her call us so we could tell her the story. So she calls, but when she calls, she doubles down on the photo credit thing. I'm like, this is a little bit peculiar. Then she starts telling me what I believe is what he said to her. First of all, I personally feel like I should have never heard it if he wasn't saying it to me. I feel like opinions from your spouse or significant other should stay between y'all, especially if any negative can be extracted from it. Like, regardless of what the intent is, if any negative can be extracted from it, I feel like if we somewhere and we do something and Chrissy'd be like, oh goodness, look at that, blah, 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 blah. I am not then going to go to anybody that had anything to do with that and express what Chrissy said.
Yeah.
No, that's not that. You call that pillow talk for a reason. Like, no, that's not how that's supposed to happen. Now, on the flip side, I understand why my mother said it because I'm their child.
Of course. It's a little different.
So I get it.
Yeah,
I still disagree. Different. I still feel like I should have never heard this, but whatever. Here were the complaints. Why would I get someone who hasn't done a wedding before to do my wedding? Number one. Number two, he was missing moments. Number three, he was only taking one picture of each shot. Now, real quick. I'm pretty sure it's evident by now. For anybody that's watching this, I don't think there's nobody that doesn't know me that is watching this in some way, shape, or form, doesn't have any experience with me. You can't come for my people, even if you are also my people. Also, y'all know I'm big on deferring to the person and the situation with the most experience. Now, if we're talking about shooting events, Tony absolutely has more experience than me. Even though we started around the same time, he's done way more events than I have. Because y'all know, I hate people and all that. That's
part of it.
It kind of goes, it kind of goes
with the.
I don't really. I've never really advertised myself as far as doing events and stuff like that because I don't feel like dealing with all that bullshit. But anyway, that's not the relevant experience in this situation. The relevant experience is Toom's work. I have infinitely more experience in that realm. I've seen Tomb's worst photos. I've seen Tomb's best photos. I know what his average is. The third thing is that Ryan said SPJ, a people person? Surely. So the third thing is, this is my wedding. I'm sorry, I said that wrong. I put the emphasis on the wrong syllable. This is my wedding. My judgment is what matters. Chrissy can question my judgment.
Of course. Because it's
her wedding as well.
Right.
Which she did. And I'm going to get to that. It wasn't a big thing, but I'm going to get to that. But nobody else. Because it's not their wedding. This actually came up with one of the bridesmaids one day. I don't know if we ever talked about this, but I ain't going to say no names. And it wasn't nothing crazy. Her and Chrissy were going over the guest list, and there was a comment from the bridesmaids, something like, if somebody is married, you have to give them a +1, or something like that. And I was like, no, the fuck we don't. Because this is our wedding. I don't care what is traditionally done.
Right.
If we decide that somebody is invited and they're married, if we decide they don't get a +1, they don't get a +1. It's just that simple. But back to the main thing. I didn't respond to the first 2 complaints. But when that third one about Tim only taking 1 snap of each shot came up, I had to say it's similar to the whole DJ thing. When he was saying this, I let it slide. But once he said the thing that was egregious and there was demonstrable proof against, I couldn't contain myself.
Right.
So, first of all, I know better. So I grabbed the camera, which happened to be right next to me, and I looked at how many photos there were. I said to my mother, ma'am, I cleared my camera of all media before I gave him the camera. There are now 638 photos on my camera. Do you think he could have gotten that many if he was only taking 1 snap for each shot? I can't remember exactly what she said, but it was something to the effect of them not knowing that. And I didn't respond, and we moved to the next thing. Because without intention, because I'm always big on impact matters more than the intention.
Right.
Every time. Doesn't matter what your intention was. You got the best intention in the world. And my intention in that moment was not to be disrespectful, but what I would have said out of my mouth, the impact probably would have came off that way. So I just didn't say it. But of course, y'all had no idea how many photos he was taking because you weren't the one taking the photos. Also, you were not with him the whole time he was taking photos. So we told her the story about DJ. We told her the story about that other girl that I've never met before. And then we got off the phone with her. Now, at this moment, I was still bothered. So Tim is an extension of me in so many ways. So I honestly took it personally, but I wasn't at peak annoyance yet. I had the idea to look at the photos. Like, let me look at these pictures now. Because I just had to see the award-winning work that Tony did and then compare it to the slop that Tim obviously produced. Because I had to at that point.
It's human slop.
Yeah, like, what is happening? Right? So, spoiler alert, that's not what the fuck happened. Clearly. So, again, to be clear, my stepfather is an amazing photographer.
I saw some of his pics.
Yeah.
I saw some of his pics.
My stepfather was an amazing photographer.
Yeah.
I would generally put his shooting skills above mine. But with that kind of criticism, I was looking for his best work ever. Like, I was looking for Academy Award winning photography from these pictures that I was just sent. And for the majority of the pics, honestly, it's not far from what I got. I mean, the guy's a great photographer. What can I say?
Yes.
Like, and on top of that, my wedding was beautiful. I mean, you know, it is what it is. But there were definitely some pictures that weren't up to his normal standard. The most common issue I noticed was there were quite a few pictures where his composition was not good. I then started to look through the photos that Tim took. they were amazing as well. So I don't want this to be misconstrued. This isn't a competition. And never was I trying to put it as a competition. That was never the point. I just will have none of my peoples being downplayed. That's just not gonna. It's just not gonna happen. But one thing I noticed while going through Tomb's photos that I didn't notice in my dad's pictures was that my dad actively messed up some of Tomb's photos. Now I didn't say intentionally. I said actively, not intentionally, because there's no way he did it on purpose.
No,
it's not what. Yeah, it's not what. That's not what happened.
Hell no.
But he was the direct reason. So there's a phenomenon that professional photographers around the world hate that's only become more prevalent with time. Tim and I have had several conversations about it and how much we hate it. Shafril and I have had conversations about it and how much we hate it. Tony and I have had conversations about it and how much we hate it. This issue is when people who are at events feel like their photo is more important than the photographer who has been chosen to capture the event. So they are hovering around where people are posing for photos and they don't wait for the photographer to do their job. There are two negative things that come from that. One, being in the way when the photographer is trying to get their shot. Two, people looking in different directions in posed shots.
Oh, yep.
Tony directly caused both of those things to happen. Now, once I realized this, I reached peak annoyance because you being worried about how my wedding pictures turn out is one thing. That's noble and that's understandable. You editing, then giving me photos with bad composition after judging the actual photographer of the event, that's still not that bad. It's not the end of the world, right? You weren't the photographer that day. So that can explain why it wasn't some of your best composition in some of the photos. That easily explains that. You weren't the photographer, right? But you actively being the reason I didn't get certain good pictures is something else entirely. There are several photos from Tim where I had to remove Tony from the picture while I was editing. There are several photos from Tim where at least one of the people in the photo is looking elsewhere. It's at least 10 of those. Now, all of them may not have been Tony, but I know in fact that some were. And to be clear, I'm not talking about candid shots.
Right.
There's no expectation that everyone look at this camera for candid shots.
Right.
Most of them are off guard. I'm talking about photos where the clear intention was to pose for a photo. Also, let me shoot down an obvious counter that somebody might have. Well, why didn't Toom just take multiple shots in these moments? Number one, this was a fast-paced, meticulously planned event. The schedule didn't allow for the type of control that you have at a photo shoot, for instance. Most of these incidents happened during the portion of the reception where we were walking around greeting tables.
Yep.
If we would have stopped to make sure both photographers got the perfect shot, it would have taken so much more time. And I was over it. That's not even something I want to do in the first place.
That was the part that neither of us really wanted to do.
Right.
Yeah.
Because going around from table to table is a lot.
It's annoying.
But the videographer wanted that content.
Right.
And I found a moment that was like, this will work. Let's just do it at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just say hi to everybody and then we can sit down.
Right. So, there's that part. And then I didn't realize in the moment that that's what's going on. And vendors are not supposed to bother the guest of honor when the event is going on.
Right.
So, due to all this, my pettiness was activated a little bit. I didn't do nothing petty to DJ because I'm fairly certain he was already beating himself up on the inside about what he did. So, but that one girl that I've never met before, as I mentioned earlier, whenever I posted a photo of her, I made sure to scratch her out of the. And mind you, I just said a couple minutes ago, I removed Tony from pictures. I could have removed that girl.
Yeah,
I just chose to.
That was you made a point to do.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. I was being petty. It is what it is.
What's your middle name?
Y'all know me by now. It's just fine.
But JJ middle name.
Yeah, I know, right? So, but of course, as far as the photos went, of course I didn't do anything crazy because even though I was annoyed, I wasn't mad.
Yeah.
And he provided some absolutely amazing pictures. But petty often works best when it's subtle.
Sure.
So what I did was I started posting photos and applying the things that were said to me as complaints. So I made sure to post Tim's photos with the explicit caption of "Photo Cred Landon Taylor."
That's what that was about.
That's what that was about. Because they wanted they told me
right
to make sure to credit.
True.
So that the photos wouldn't be confused.
True.
So I made sure that I credited.
True.
Right? Yo, Ryan said, I thought that's what the P was in SPJ.
Petty? Yeah, facts.
So on a couple of them, I added the hashtag moments because clearly Tim was missing a bunch of moments, which is not what happened. Then I started posting the photos that were specifically amazing moments that Tim had captured. Right, says Super Petty James. That's hilarious. While I was doing this, both parents started talking about how good of a job Tim did. Now, for a normal person, that probably would have stopped them, right? But I am indeed not normal.
No.
I actually got more annoyed. That was irrational of me. I'm not going to hold you. That was absolutely irrational of me. But I got more annoyed. Because I was more annoyed, I told my mother about my dad messing up my pictures. And then I showed her an example. Her response was to defend her man, of course.
Of course.
On top of that, my mom ended up, funny enough, actually, wait, before I get there. I happened to use a bad example when I sent her the picture because it is a pose that she also took a pic of when that, was happening. Now, even though it wasn't her that took the attention away from Tim, it made it harder for me to prove my point to her.
Right.
Because she had taken a pic at that time as well.
Right.
So that made it harder for me to prove my point. And then I explained to her and just left it alone. Mind you, through all this, everybody is just talking about how amazing of a job Tim did. Like, literally everybody. On top of that, my mother ended up posting one of the pics that my dad took that is evidence of what I was talking about. Like, she literally has on one of her posts a picture where two of the people in the picture are looking at Tim, and two of the people on the picture, are looking at Tim, and one of the people in the picture is looking at my stepfather. Like, you literally just posted, whatever, fine. I found that hilarious because even then, somehow she didn't notice it. I know for a fact he did. And the last thing that got me out of being annoyed was that people I was talking to about the wedding kept bringing up Tony being in the way.
Oh.
So other people noticed it as well. Having other people validate my thoughts and feelings about the situation helped me reach equilibrium. So that was really helpful. And I realized what the core of my annoyance was. So yes, I'm protective of my people. Always have been, always will be, whatever. But more so, I felt invalidated. My choice didn't get the benefit of the doubt. So that time I referenced earlier where Chrissy gave me hesitation for a choice, that was for the DJ of the event.
Right.
She has a horrible experiences with DJs. So because of that, she's very wary of them.
I understand that.
But what did she do when she had hesitation? She didn't go and take care of it herself. She trusted my judgment.
Yeah. He did a great job, too.
He did an amazing job.
He did a great job.
I even went up to him during the reception and said, I have to be honest with you. I don't like DJs. I had not good experience with DJs. I was terrified. And you are amazing. and I would love to hire you for every event.
So, where was I? Oh, yeah, she trusted my judgment, right? So that's how it's supposed to go. He didn't trust my judgment, and he intervened without asking, which directly led to him doing the thing that he was trying to avoid. Now, I was mad about DJ. I was mad about that other girl.
Mhm.
DJ, because you're smarter than how you're acting. There's no way you don't actually know what's happening. You're just
Right.
continuously fucking shit up.
Right.
Not. I guess because you're not in your right mind. I guess whatever. The other girl, because what the fuck are you even talking about?
For real.
You don't have the experience to even speak on what happened the way
For
that you
real.
did. We literally, and this is back to me deferring, right? We literally had 2 chefs come with us to the tasting for the caterer. In no universe was that food nasty.
Right.
He made, now listen,
Right.
he even made something the day of the tasting that was disgusting, right? We immediately told him we don't want that on the menu. But everything else was amazing. But now with this situation, my dad literally had all the experience in the world to not do what he did. He literally did to Toom what he hates for people to do to him, all because my judgment wasn't enough. It's like something one of my coworkers always says, who you going to believe, me or your lying eyes? He was compromised about his bias that day.
Yeah.
Now, throughout the week, again, people talking to me about the wedding confirmed my feelings about all of these things. People kept mentioning how unprompted, because I did not go to these people talking about this stuff. Unprompted, people kept mentioning that DJ was walking around moping. People were mentioning unprompted that how great the food was.
Mm-hmm.
And people were mentioning unprompted how Tony looked like he might have been in the way. So through all of that, that brought me back to a place where I needed to be, because it'd be one thing if, because it kind of just like lets me know that I wasn't bugging.
Right.
Like,
Right.
It wasn't me. I wasn't just being super crazy or no shit like that. Like,
Right.
Other people notice these things as well. But now on to the good. Literally everything else was perfect. Like, I could not have asked for a better series of events in the way that they happened, how they happened, who did what, who was involved, excuse me, all that stuff. Everyone who was involved and who was essential to the day happening was there on time.
Yeah.
Even our notoriously late people, they were there on time. Marcus can't make it to work on time.
What?
Marcus was here before 11 o'clock.
Oh, man.
Everything was so well planned out that I didn't feel rushed at any point during the day. Not once. Me and Chrissy somehow managed to write the same vows.
Crazy.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Crazy.
My work mom finally met my mother. That was a little weird, but I hadn't seen my little sister in so long, and she finally got to meet Chrissy. I hadn't seen my friend Chrissy in so long, barring when I went to her mother's funeral, and she finally got to meet Chrissy. I hadn't seen just Chris and his sister in so long since they live in Ohio. I hadn't seen my sis Yetta in so long. She finally got to meet
Chris
Chrissy.
creeping in, bro. I was like, hey, Chris. Hey, Chris. He was like, no, I have not seen him since the podcast.
Facts.
You did at your old apartment.
Facts. Eddie finally swam up here.
Eddie
finally swam up here, man.
Yo.
None of the bad stuff really affected anything the day of. The people who knew just knew. Like,
Right.
like I said, Dion came up to me one time and mentioned one of the things, but other than that, I ain't know nothing about anything else that was going on except for DJ, obviously, because I dealt with that one-on-one. But yeah, that didn't really move anything. We received over $2,000 in money and gift cards, which is extremely helpful in these times because there's a baby coming, and then on top of that, all of the other gifts and donations and discounts that we received from everybody. It was evident how much we're loved, and it's always good to be reminded of that.
That is the thing that I picked up on, I think, the most.
Yeah,
and that's why the other things about all of that came as a shock.
Yeah.
To me, because just off of what I saw, and I was busy, but just what I saw, I was telling my wife on the way home. I saw her. That's like, yeah, they got a circle over there.
Mm-hmm.
They got a circle over there.
Absolutely. Everyone keeps talking about how beautiful and fun the day was. I'm fairly certain some bonds were created and others were strengthened that day. Babe, you got anything else?
Just the same stuff, really. Dion said, best wedding ever. There have been so many people that have come up to me and been like, y'all wedding was amazing. It was fun. It was sentimental. I did have people come up to me and say it was very thoughtful and brought up moments like the anniversary dance, the memorial table. It really was us. It felt like my wedding. And it's funny because me and Gina always joke that my first wedding with my ex did not feel like my wedding. It wasn't my wedding. I had to do stuff I wouldn't have never done. This wedding was my wedding. It felt amazing. I had so much fun. I was glad that so many of my friends and family could come. And for the people that couldn't make it, I'm glad to still have the support from my friends that couldn't make it. That were like, hey, I'm sorry I can't make it.
Right.
But it looked like it was amazing. It was beautiful. Travis is one of them. He said, I'm glad that despite the foolishness, the overall experience was amazing.
Yeah.
And it was.
Yeah. Absolutely.
It didn't overshadow the day at all. It was just a little cloud that had to be removed.
Yeah.
One thing though, definitely don't want to overshadow Shafril.
Facts.
I have gone out shooting with Shafril before.
Nigga, I've shot weddings with Shafril before.
Yeah, for real. And I've gone out just to do content. Like, just go all out to do content. I've known Shafril for some years. And I gotta say, man, like, if you're gonna have somebody, because he's done a bunch of weddings and shit, right? And that was my first one. That to me is a perfect person to guide that whole thing. He is very creative. He is very committed to his friends. It's just a lot. Like he's a dope dude. But we had a bunch of conversations about a whole bunch of shit because we don't really see each other that often.
Right.
But and then all of that was dope. Like everything about the synergy between him and I, it was perfect. Like he handled his business. Consummate professional, good friend.
Facts.
Like there's in a great photographer and videographer, you really can't ask for much more.
Not at all.
That. Also, it was good to see. I haven't seen Addie since we performed out in Seattle, Redmond, Seattle, and it was good to see him again. I didn't get a chance to troll him as much as I would because I was busy. You know what I'm saying? But that was definitely on my to-do list. That it went unfulfilled.
Right.
Kind of about that. But I'm glad, we all got to hook up at least towards the end of the shit.
Facts.
Right? So, it was a dope experience. I gotta say.
I ain't never doing this shit again.
Right. I've always been like, Y'all gonna renew your vows? No.
Like, nigga, what? We
What?
just
Y'all remember him.
Right.
And it's going to be on
"Here, get
video.
the drink. You don't want to have another one? No. I'm actually very happy
Mm-hmm.
that I was
Right.
sober because
Right.
I remember the whole entire experience and day and watching them groomsmen. Let me tell y'all,
It wasn't me.
I don't think I can explain in words how messed up these groomsmen were
Nigga.
by the
Facts.
end of the night.
Mhm.
Oh
And
my goodness.
let's not leave out Dion,
Right.
who thought
Oh,
that she was one of the guys.
she thought she was going to hang with. Yeah.
Oh no, her eyes was going 3 different ways.
Oh man.
I was like, this is
Gigi
not...
was drunk.
Oh yeah. Yep. And I told Fab, I said, Fab, just put the stuff in your car. You don't have to
Oh
go to
yeah,
our
you
house
did tell him
tonight.
that.
Just drop it off. And his reply was, no, sis, I'm the best man. I gotta do my job. I was like, oh my god.
He was Fab was on that all day.
Facts.
He was on that all day.
Absolutely. That's how we do. That's how we do. Like I said earlier, it wasn't that long because I wasn't talking about him at the moment. But
Right.
again, I could not have possibly chosen a better best man than Fab. Like, literally on top of everything. Like,
oh, Lay said I was on a high from it, and it wasn't even my wedding. Dion said it was crazy for her liver, and it's Fab's fault.
like literally on top of everything. Like, I did as little as possible, particularly when it comes to the groomsmen, because I was really on standby for Chrissy.
Of course.
And I mean, that's not to say that I couldn't have handled more with the groomsmen, but I didn't have to.
Right.
Fab is on top of that.
Right.
Like, he took care of everything that needed to be taken care of, with reminders, with updates, with everything. Hey,
He took
you
that
guys,
shit super serious, bro.
absolutely.
He was on his shit.
Facts.
He was on his shit.
It was a time when I was like, we're picking our wedding party, and I'm like, are we sure about everybody? Right after that, we got this big smoker delivered here, and it was snowing. And James sent a text to Fab and said, hey, when you get a chance throughout the week, can you come over here and help me set up the smoker?
Right.
Fab said, I'm on my way. It was snowing.
Mm-hmm.
I said, why is he coming now? It's snowing.
I said, that's Fab.
That's why
Fab.
that's my best man.
That's why that's my best man.
Fab.
I don't gotta worry. I don't gotta worry about nothing. Like, when I said he's top 3 most reliable people in my life, that is not an over exaggeration.
Mm-hmm.
That's not because he was in the audience at the time. Like, that's like the shit that we done been through, nigga.
Right.
This is a how old are we now? 20 plus year situation.
Thanks.
So, like, the shit that we done been through and the shit that, you know, I've had to show up for him for and he's had to show up for me for, like, that's, you can't recreate that. You can't ask for anything better than that type of situation, for real. Like, there was no doubt. It's like, even before I proposed,
Mm-hmm.
I knew Fab was going to be the best man. Like,
Right.
there's no way around it. Nothing like that. Like, on the one hand, to repay him because I was his best man.
That picture wild too.
Nigga.
Yeah. Y'all should have redone that exact picture.
We were going to.
Yeah, he said he was going
We
to
were
do
going
it.
to.
Yep.
No, we were going to, but we both decided, like, yeah, there's no way we can really.
Recapture.
Yeah. So we did the Mafia one instead.
A couple more shout outs. And I'm not going to get everybody, I know. So it's not everybody. But I got to shout out Tiffany.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because,
You want to talk about honorary?
yeah.
Tiffany was honorary groomsperson.
Yeah. Because she was going to be a groomsperson.
Yeah.
And then we were like, we don't have nobody to help us.
Mm-hmm.
And the DJ, he was like, who's your point person the day of, in case I need something? He's like, oh crap. So we start going down the friends list, the guest list, and was like, who could we have do this? Who would be okay with knowing that meant they aren't going to be fully involved in being a guest?
Right.
And so we said Tiffany. And when we say she took that seriously,
Mm-hmm.
she wasn't playing. She was here. She got the marriage license. I printed out stuff for her to give to people. She got injured.
Yeah.
She
literally bled for this.
Yeah. Amazing. And another one, Aubrey.
Yes.
Aubrey had a whole nother event to go to.
Yeah.
And he said,
a very important one.
Well, what do y'all need from me? And he had to come over here and mess with me. He said, why would you put me in a room where I'm building a 7-foot arch? He was like, you played. And I'm like, I didn't think about it at the time because we didn't see the arch yet.
That's hilarious.
You was going to lay it down. He said, that's what I had to do.
That's hilarious.
Everybody that pitched in, helped decorating. Of course, my bridesmaids.
Mm-hmm.
Because I found out I was pregnant pretty early on into the process.
Yeah.
And I had to take a step back. I couldn't do as much as I was planning to do. And the way that they stepped in and made sure that I had everything and that I barely had to lift a finger, even though I don't listen.
Don't. Simply does not.
Amazing. So
Facts.
amazing. I picked the right maid of honor, which I already knew because my sister.
Yeah.
Right matron of honor and the right bridesmaids.
Right. Absolutely.
Y'all did a great job, man. Y'all did.
Yeah, that was some A1 top tier work, if I can say so myself.
Yeah.
Let me see something.
So after the wedding, did Aubrey ask what did he miss?
Shut the hell up. Shut up. McKenna says, see, this is what happens when you two are true to yourselves and treat people well. You get a solid inner circle that will truly support. Yes, there are always bad characters that will start some. Oh, I started reading too early because she's still typing.
She didn't finish.
So start some shit, but your circle will take care of it. Facts.
Yep.
100%.
I told you that was a big pull away from me from all of it.
Yeah.
Was that they surrounded themselves with the right people. Everybody can't say that.
Yeah.
Everybody cannot say that. Like, y'all appear to be good judges of character. I mean, besides me, but listen, y'all do one. You know what I'm saying? Y'all do at least one, right? But nah, man, like that shit was fire. All of those people there, I fuck with. Everybody that y'all chose, I was like, yeah, I see why. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
I get it.
All right, let me run through. I got a dumbass of the week, and I got some work stuff. Let me run through that.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Keep going. I got to get something real quick.
All right. Dumbass of the week. People are dumb. Just in general. Like, in general, people are dumb, right? They don't read. This was the answer when I asked how people knew I was engaged at work, but didn't know that we were pregnant at work. Because it was way more clear from the pictures attached to the engagement posts that that's what that was than the pictures attached to the pregnant posts that that's what that was. Like literally the day after the engagement posts, I want to say of everyone I saw that next day at work, 80% of them were telling me congratulations. Even after coming back from the wedding, there are still people at work that didn't know that we were pregnant. And it's because people don't fucking read. So here's a similar scenario that I just so happened to stumble across this morning. I showed Chrissy already. There was a picture on Instagram. I don't even know who this person is. I think it was just Meta's algorithm doing its thing. She posted a photo of a sonogram, right? And then she posts the following caption. Today you would have been 1 month. Mind you, that's the first sentence. Today you would have been 1 month. That's the first sentence. Mama misses you every day. I made a wrong decision and it's been eating me alive. Even after everything that has been done, your mommy still loves you, your father very much. Even with him not being in the picture, if I could go back, I would have ran with you and told no one. Please forgive me because I'm finding it hard to forgive myself. It took me months to realize I broke that day. Mama will love you forever. Your memories will continue with me and the sacrifices that were made. Watch and protect your father from heaven. One day we will meet again. Only you will know how much I cried writing this. Sending all the love in the world from Mommy and Daddy. Happy Heavenly 1 month. Junior, 9/18/2025. So I looked at the comments because it sounds like she got an abortion, but I wasn't 100% sure. It was slightly confusing with some of the wording. So I went to look at the comments to see if that's indeed what happened. The very first comment was somebody saying congratulations. Because they didn't fucking read. They just saw the sonogram picture. When is the next extinction coming?
Yo, it's late. Seriously. Like, that shit is crazy.
Because, nigga, what are you talking? Congratulations? So you didn't bother to read the first sentence?
Yo, that is insane. That is insane.
You didn't bother to read the first sentence?
At all.
Okay. All right. Cool. So to work, one of the dumbest things I've ever experienced in my life. So training, more of people wanting to ask questions instead of looking at the fucking instructions that are right in front of them. But the training itself actually hasn't been a problem this week. It was the company who owns the new platform that got on my goddamn nerves. McKenna said, bro, if someone posts a sonogram, you always read the full thing. Far too many pregnancies end in miscarriages alone to not read it fully. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Ryan is hilarious.
Oh, absolutely. So yeah, the training itself wasn't actually the issue this week. It was the company who owns the platform that we're about to start working with that got on my goddamn nerves. So this platform is kind of bittersweet from my perspective. The pros are, it's a huge step into present day for us. The amount of work we currently do company-wide would be streamlined to an incredible extent. And we would be able to get rid of several things that need to be maintained in one way or another that we have now that wouldn't be necessary.
Right.
The cons, there are several ways to do a lot of things. While this might not sound like a problem, remember what I always say. Giving monkeys options is a horrible idea. 2, several ways to do several of the processes that we currently do, while better, are still convoluted as fuck. 3, terminology doesn't match the terminology we currently use. So that's a translation issue, which is going to take some time to get over it, if we ever get over it, right? So
I can't get over never give monkeys.
Yeah, never give monkeys too many options. It's just not a good idea. So I ran into 2 issues while training and attempting to get ready to go live with the application process. 1, the application template itself has had a weird glitch. 2, a process that they have makes absolutely no sense, and there's no indication that it works in a way that is completely contrary to what it seems it should work. Now, I ran into the latter issue first. So as a part of our application process, there is a packet that has to be filled out. The translation for that in the new system is called a document packet. Keep that in mind. So I created the document packets that we need. The way to send a prospect things is to go to their profile and click on the communication button on the right sidebar. After you click on the communication button, a side menu pops up with options. One of these options says document packets. When you click that option, another menu with a list of all of the document packets comes up. When you click on any of them, an error message comes up saying that it's empty. Now, I found a workaround. In that same communication button, there's another option, specifically not named document packets, that if you click, you can send a document packet through. But at that time, I was getting an error that one of the forms that was in the packet that I was trying to send had failed. So I contacted our support team, and told them that this team consists of like 6 people. The first time, the guy said he had to look into it. After some back and forth, it was clear he wasn't going to be able to fix my issue. I started troubleshooting myself and found out why the one form wouldn't go through. I fixed that, so now I can send document packets through the workaround, but not through the apparent way that they were supposed to be sent.
Right.
I realized the other issue while this was going on, and that took precedent. The application template wasn't letting me save anything. And that's an issue because I had still had more things to change on the application packet before we could go live. That was a huge issue, obviously, because we were trying to go live as soon as possible. I tell the support team that the issue was that anytime I tried to save anything, I was getting an error that said something to the effect of each drop down has to be unique. The problem? I wasn't fucking editing drop downs. So after I reported this, the guy basically told me I need to use a different version of their platform. He gave me a link to download it. I tried to install it. I got an error. I sent him that error. He asked if there was a block on installing apps. I said no. I informed him that I am IT and I have full control over my PC. Now, this was before the wedding, that this part of the story happened. I come back Monday after the wedding to an email from a different team member telling me that the error I was seeing when trying to install the app that clearly indicated that the application installation failed should only have meant that I couldn't print and that I needed to check to see that if the program had installed, even though the error clearly was an installation error. So for shigs, I looked through my program files and clearly it wasn't there. That's when I began to lose it. I told him that they were not being helpful and that the version of the platform that we had been trained on is supposed to work. And I shouldn't have to install some legacy version while the online version is what we've been trained on.
Right.
I got a call from the team lead. While on the phone with her, we went through several troubleshooting steps for both problems during a 40-minute phone call. The conclusion of this phone call was, oh, yes, these are indeed errors. Let me do more research. So
these are indeed errors?
You couldn't get that from the email correspondence? The email correspondence was not enough. Mind you, no. I didn't just use words in the email correspondence. I provided screenshots.
And emojis.
Negative. No, I didn't provide emojis.
No.
So the next day, she had a response to each issue. The response to the app template was that it was a known problem and it was in a short list of issues that was going to be fixed. But until that fixed, the only workaround was to install that legacy version. Whatever. Right. I just went back in to the call that we had and took some of the info she gave me to troubleshoot further. And I did my own troubleshooting and eventually I got that problem fixed. Right. All right, fine. So I didn't bring that up anymore in my response because it was working for me at that point. The response to the second issue was where things got downright fucking stupid. She told me that it was the intended behavior because I used PDF templates instead of letter templates and that they are handled differently. Only letter templates can be sent in that way through that option. So I was confused as fuck at this moment. Mm-hmm. So I sent back a response to clarify that she was telling me that even though there was an option to send document packets, it only worked with document packets that were created with specific contents.
Right.
I added that if that was indeed what she was telling me, then it sounded like these two similar but different features should probably be named differently. I got a response from yet another member confirming that my understanding of the explanation was right and suggesting that I train our workforce explicitly so that they will use the right option. Mm-hmm. Here's the professional response that I sent back. As far as sending packets from the tenant/prospect page, there is still an issue. If the groups of forms that our agents are required to send to a prospect are referred to as document packets, and they attempt to send one from the prospect profile, no amount of training will prevent my department from receiving frequent calls about why they are able to send document packets from the communication menu that contains an option labeled document packets, which when selected displays a list of all of our document packets, and that the issue is that this option appears just 2 choices below what the correct one is,
Right.
making
Right.
both visible at the same time and creating confusion for the users. This setup will inevitably lead to more confusion and additional work rather than streamlining our processes. Is there any way that the document packets option can be renamed or hidden to prevent this issue?
What was the response?
No, that's just how it is.
That's it?
Basically.
That was the whole response.
Basically. I mean, I don't have the verbatim, but that's basically what it is. That's basically what it was. That was the response. Oh, that's just how it is. So your platform is shitty, is what you're telling me. Because what do you mean? I would like to. No, probably not. I was about to say I would like to talk to the developers, but no.
No, you wouldn't.
No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't. But what the fuck do you mean? So basically what you're telling me is that I need to eat more vegetables.
That part right. That part right.
Basically, yeah.
That part.
So you're telling me I need to eat more vegetables and
vitamins.
Specifically vegetables.
For your friends.
No, specifically vegetables. And then I come to you with a potato because potatoes are vegetables. And you say, yes, that's a vegetable. But then when I eat the potato, you're like, yeah, that didn't count. Okay, so can you be more specific about what types of vegetables I need to eat?
Yeah, see, that was a starch.
No, I can't be more specific. I can't possibly be more specific about what types of vegetables. You just have to figure it out.
Very unhelpful.
Like, what the fuck are we talking about?
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand. Like, words mean things.
When you use them. What the fuck? What the fuck?
These things are called document packets. Not by us, by you. They're called document packets. So you're telling me I can't send document packets through the document packet feature? Because of what's in the document packet? That, by the way, you allowed me to put in the document packet?
I feel like they're playing with you.
I wish they were playing with me. Because it would mean that they were more competent.
Oh, well.
But clearly.
Yeah, that's not a thing.
Clearly that's not the case. So yeah, I mean that was it for work, but that was just so fucking stupid that I felt like I had to share it because what the fuck do you mean? You named this feature. You named this feature. And there is no documentation that tells me what you told me. To the point that all these 2 issues that I had took 3 weeks to resolve because each fucking yes. I didn't mention that part.
3 weeks?
Yes, I didn't mention that part. Yes, because each fucking team member is 6 of them, doesn't know what the fuck is going on. The first person I talked to was like, oh, there's no record of these issues happening on the platform. What the fuck does that mean?
I don't know, bro.
I just showed you screenshots of the issues happening. If there's no record, that means I found a bug. So yes, it took 3 weeks to get to this point.
Wow.
For these 2 issues.
Wow.
Even with the application template joint, they were initially telling me, oh, there's nothing wrong here.
Nothing to see here.
Only to tell me, oh yeah, this is a reported issue. Which one is it?
Both.
Right. Because apparently words don't mean things. Words mean nothing.
Words stopped meaning things a little while ago. We just catching up to that.
Apparently. I don't like being behind in this way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just
Yes.
it's like I imagine that my only issues with implementing this new platform would be my people, because I know how used they are to the way that we did things before, and some of them are up in age, and some of them don't have experience with online platforms and blah blah this blah blah. So I knew that would be an issue. I didn't think that the platform itself would not know how to use itself.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm kind of.
I'd have been a wee bit annoyed.
A wee bit.
A little irritated.
A little.
A little perturbed.
You would have got fired.
Yeah, I probably would have got fired. I probably would have got fired.
No, you would have absolutely got fired.
I don't know what happened. But my tolerance started to lessen.
Probably around the age of 12.
Listen, nigga. No, that couldn't have been it. Because I met Marlon the year before that. His ass. I had very said like
facts.
I don't know. You know?
I just and they're lucky because my boss is off this past week. So I'm off this coming week. So the 27th, when I get to tell her everything that I went through, we'll see what happens with that company. Fuck around, we might end up with a new support team.
Yeah, that might happen.
Because that's absolutely unacceptable. Like, their response, train better? The fuck do you mean train better? If people use their eyes, they're going to get confused.
I ain't gonna lie.
The correct option
I would have been mad.
Is 2 choices above the option that is the obvious option.
I'd have been mad.
What the fuck you think? I can't get these motherfuckers to read their notes for nothing. Literally, if I'm there, oh, James, what is this? Did you look at your notes?
Notes right in their hand.
Right in their hand.
Notes right in their hand.
Real shit. Did you look at your notes? Well, can you just tell me real quick? No.
No, I'm not summarizing shit after I wrote all that up.
Correct.
People don't understand that. So much effort, and you want me to tell you something.
No.
I was so mad at the wedding website.
Facts. Yes, that was another annoyance. Yo, what's the address? It's on the fucking link.
What time do it start?
It's on the fucking link.
Y'all told me
I
about
didn't see it at the top. Scroll down.
Who said it was at the top?
If I'm not mistaken, that was even a segment.
Yes, with
one
Eddie.
of the episodes about
like what do you mean? Just look at the link. Look at read the link. And it goes back to my dumbass of the week. People don't fucking read. People don't read, and I don't understand it. I don't. You know how many people in the world would like to be able to read? But they can't. You have the luxury of being able to read, and you just don't. Come on, bro. We gotta be better.
Listen, on my Steam right now, I probably got about 40 to 50 games. Mm-hmm. I have the luxury to play, and I don't.
All right, sure, but that's different, nigga. That's clearly different. It's people out here that would love to learn to know how to read. Ryan said, read for real. I remember that shit when I used to make flyers for shows we hosted. I had to include more than necessary because there was always one person. What about yes?
Yeah, what about
yes?
Yep.
Like there are times for questions. Absolutely, 100%. There are things that are germane that need to be known. Sure, but when someone provides all of that for you,
I know.
No. As a guest, right? There might be things that we want you to know, but the only things you need to know: where, when, what's the attire. All of that was on the fucking link. Mm-hmm. Plus more. There was a Q&A
Is there
section.
a hotel nearby?
Right.
I listed 7.
Right. There was a whole Q&A section.
I feel the need to interject this at this point because McKenna said, your regular reminder, U.S. literacy is at a modern time low.
You know what? I'm glad you brought that up because I was seeing a couple things that, like, we've always talked about literacy rates here, and
we do.
I was always taking that literally to a specific definition of the word, but then I saw a TikTok that made me think about something I've never thought about it. Yeah. We're not talking about when the stat is given about how low literacy rates are, it is not just talking about reading words on a page.
Facts.
That includes comprehension.
Yep.
That includes context clues. Right. That includes nuance. That includes all of these other things. And when you combine all these other things, nigga,
it's bad. It's bad.
It's bad.
It's bad.
It's terrible. It
bad.
Means that most of these motherfuckers are only reading on a 3rd grade reading level.
Yeah.
Because you can't comprehend, you can't infer, you can't, like, what?
Sad part about all of that is that's at the core of many of the problems we have here.
Yes, 100%.
Right there. Right there.
100%. McKenna said over half of the U.S. reads under a 6th grade level. Yikes.
It's embarrassing.
Extremely. It's embarrassing. It's frightening is what it is.
But, you know, the thing I find the worst part about that is how obvious it is that this benefits the ruling class, which is why
absolutely
there's not there should be panic. There should be panic if people who actually cared about this shit. There should be a panic with motherfuckers saying, yo, people can't even read. We got to fix that shit. We got to fix that. There's no panic. There's no panic. It's like there's no panic about infrastructure. And that should alarm everybody. Mm-hmm. Because what that says, at least in my mind, is motherfuckers planning to leave you in your shit. They're planning to leave you. They got all the money. They out. Y'all keep that shithole yourself. Them badass pipes rusting under your streets. Them bridges falling apart. Mm-hmm. All that shit. The streets of the potholes. All that shit. Not upgrading with fiber optic for the internet to make sure they extend that out to places that have a hard time getting. They're not doing that, but they still collecting your money.
Facts.
Just saying, they're still collecting your money. That to me is alarming because most people aren't going to shit where they eat.
Negative.
So if they don't plan on, they don't plan on staying here long enough. Just they only want to be here long enough to get the money, right? Then they out and Z and leaving you with this bullshit.
Facts.
Right with this bullshit.
Facts. 100%. And it's the craziest thing in the world that not enough people have an issue, at least express an issue with that fact. Because it ain't looking good.
It's not. It's really not. And it's not getting better. It's getting worse anytime it's at a modern time low. That shit's getting worse. McKenna said, I've seen the theory that the reason a lot of current issues around the Department of Education, higher education, etc., is such a major push is because they're trying to worsen the wealth divide. I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't doubt it. Y'all know that I am a proponent for artificial intelligence technology getting better. However, I am not blind to see how all of these things are converging at once.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. If they're not talking about like post AI stuff, like what society and what work culture looks like and how you're gonna make money, notice they're not talking about that shit.
Right.
That's a bad fucking sign. It's one thing that motherfuckers run around talking about, oh, this will be able to do the work of 30 people. Yeah, but you haven't once mentioned what's going to happen to those 30 people.
Facts.
You haven't once mentioned that shit. That's a bad sign. That's a bad sign.
It's a terrible sign. It's a terrible sign. But, YOLO, I guess. right, that's it.
Listen, we want to thank all of you once again for joining us for another rousing edition
Yeah.
of the Black Culture Geeks podcast.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure what next week's looking like because these niggas going on.
No. Next
We'll
week we in
All
on for next week.
We'll be back and starting baby shower watch.
Yeah, baby watch.
Oh shit! Damn.
Baby watch starts next week.
Damn. Well, it's an exciting time to be alive. I'll tell you that. Shout out to all the people at the No Kings rally. Do your thing.
Mm-hmm.
Do not be afraid. Make them afraid. Make them afraid.
Facts.
Right. Also, don't forget there is always music.
Always music.
One of us is gonna look. Really, all of us are going to have music. It's music from the past.
Yeah.
Present music.
Yeah.
Future music. It's all gonna be there. Same with Gray.
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget to look out for the office hours podcast that he does every day when he's in office. You know, the Metas and Mutant podcast, and of course, when are y'all doing the Heard It Through the Grapevine podcast, Miss Davis?
The first Monday in November, November 3rd.
November 3rd. All right, bet. So November 3rd, be on the lookout for the Heard It Through the Grapevine podcast.
Yeah.
I just want to say that you guys currently will forevermore be referred to as those damn Davises.
Yeah.
That's just a thing now.
Facts.
It's a thing.
Hey.
Them damn Davises.
Yep.
It's
already happened a few times.
You know what I'm saying? But despite all of that,
also,
I love you both. Appreciate you both. And for all of you guys out there,
we couldn't have asked for a better photographer.
Oh man, I appreciate it.
Captured all the moments.
Nigga, all the people, literally, like legitimately, not even when I was being petty, but legitimately, all the people like, oh, he did such a good job. Who did these photos? Blah, blah, this, blah, blah, that. Oh, he need to be at the baby shower. He need to be at this. He need to do that. Blah, blah. And I'm like, yo.
I'm flattered. I appreciate that.
I knew.
Like, why motherfuckers questioning your
yeah, like no, I knew. I was shooting in the gym with this nigga.
Yeah, that's
like
back.
Like we started this photography journey together. Like
yeah.
I was there. Like I said, I've seen his worst photos. I've seen where we had to take hours and hours to try to edit to get enough pictures to give back to a client.
Yes,
because,
bro. I was telling Gray that the other day.
Right. I've been there for that. I know what this nigga capable of. We not about to do like it is what it is. But yeah, there's always merch.
There's always merch.
There's always merch.
Always merch.
Shop.blackculturegeeks.com or www.blackculturegeeks.com/shop. Either one of the two will get you to our merch store. Go buy something. I just had a wedding. I'm about to have a big. Like, go spend some money.
It's expensive.
It's a lot going on. Go spend some money.
It's just a lot. Oh yeah, don't forget Shredded Apes. Their drop. They just had a new drop.
Word.
Go check their shit out. Shout out to my man Jigs. And yeah, like so for my man SPJ.
You.
For my sister Chrissy Davis.
Hey.
I am Tombstone the Dead Man. And for the greater multi-world entertainment family, we are out.
Peace.